And we are live. I think we're live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining in. And as always with these live streams, thank you very much for joining us. But please let me know if you can hear me and you can see me and everything is working fine. Hopefully it is. And welcome to a tutorial and playthrough of Nightmare Cathedral, which is a new game coming from Board and Dice. I believe it's going on Game Found next week. The designer is in the chat. So if you've got any questions about the game, like when's it coming out and things like that, definitely ask in the chat because the designer is here. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm joined by Paul.
Hello.
Who's playing the kind of light browny colour tonight, I think. And Emily's joining us as well, playing, what colour would you call that?
Green.
Well, other than green, it's a very
Grass
bright green.
green.
Grass green. We did call it a different...
We did call it a different green.
We did call it another thing. So a few things before we start. This is a prototype copy of the game. This is not a final version of the game. You might think this doesn't look like a prototype when it's got very, very nice pieces, but this is a prototype copy of the game, which means we are playing today with the rules as I have them right now. I cannot guarantee that when the game comes out it will have exactly the same rules as this, but these are the rules of the game at the moment. So if you want to turn on your Klingon subtitles, don't turn them on if you're watching this live because there aren't going to be any. But basically, if any errors in this playthrough are spotted, well, if they're spotted live, the designer's in the chat, so hopefully we'll pick them up as we go. But if any are spotted later, I will add Klingon subtitles onto it. So yeah, thank you very much to Board and Dice for asking me to create this video, and a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel. If you like the content that I create and you want to support the channel directly, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. If somebody wants to put !Patreon in the chat, that will put the link up. Right, and I think we're ready to go. Yeah, everybody can hear us and you can see us. We are live even if you don't hear us and see us. Right, okay, yeah, we're good to go. So, we've all played this game earlier on today. Well, not a full game, but enough that you know how to play. Mm-hmm. What I'm going to do is, rather than explain all of the rules to you first, we're going to explain the basics, and then we're going to teach you the game as we go. So, this is Nightmare Cathedral. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, although there is going to be a solo mode as well. We are going to be playing the game over a maximum of 3 rounds. We use this marker here to track the rounds, and in each round we are going to move this turn marker around the turn track here. Okay, so these are, I think there's 12 spaces, 12 spaces around here. Now you'll notice that there are these coloured discs. Let me just get turn track, this button. Yeah, so you notice that these coloured discs that are placed around here, these were placed at the start of the game. So we randomly decided that Emily, who's playing green, is the start player. So on turn 1 of the game, Emily is going to take the first turn of the game. Then Paul's going to take a turn. Then I'm going to take a turn, and so on and so forth. So the colour of the disc tells you which player is actually going to be taking a turn. When this turn marker gets all the way back round to here, what we do is we advance this counter down. And then once this counter advances to the final space there, that is the end of the game. The game ends immediately. We are going to be scoring points in this game. Points are scored at the very end of the game, so you don't track any points during the game. And you will get your points from 5 different places. The first place that you're going to get points from is dream cards. So at the start of the game, all players start with 2 dream cards chosen at random. Let me just show you my 2 dream cards. These are my 2 dream cards. These are basically objective cards. These give me an objective to do. And if I manage to do it, I can play the card and I just put it on my discard pile. This is the amount of points it's going to be worth at the end of the game. Now, don't worry, if you ever get stuck with cards that you think, oh, I can't do these, there is a way that you can cycle these around. But playing dream cards is one way of getting points during the game. Another way is that you're going to be building fortresses. If I just show you one of the side views, these are fortress pieces. You're going to be building fortresses during the game. A level 1 fortress isn't worth any points at the end of the game. A level 2 fortress, if I can get these to stack up, is worth 1 point at the end of the game. And a level 3 fortress, which is the highest level you can get, come on, there you go, that is worth 2 points at the end of the game. So the fortresses that you build are also going to be worth points. There's also a ritual track down at the end of the board, and there are certain spaces on the track that are going to be worth points. You've got 2 ritual markers each, and basically you'll get points depending on how far your ritual markers have advanced. What else is worth points? Devoured units, which we'll come on to later on. Devoured units are worth points at the end of the game as well. And finally, upgrade cards. So if you look at my 5 cards, these are my 5 starting cards. These aren't worth any points, but once we get into stage 2 of the game, some of the stage 2, well, all of the stage 2 upgrade cards are worth points. So if you play these upgrade cards, these are worth points as well. Right, that's all of the spaces that you're going to get points. Now, we've done some of the setup already. Each player starts the game, as I've mentioned, with 5 starting cards. We all start with exactly the same 5 action cards at the start of the game, but one of our cards is randomly upgraded. So I have an upgraded summon card. That basically means when I perform this action, I get to do this, which is better than this. Emily, your upgraded card was?
Maneuver.
Okay, so whenever Emily manoeuvres, it's a better version. And Paul?
Mine is a summon.
Paul also got a summon upgrade, but your summon upgrade is slightly different from mine.
Yep.
So the cards are all different. We did that already in setup. We've also decided the turn order, and we've also got 2 dream cards each. To finish the setup, in turn order, so starting with Emily, then Paul, then me, we each choose one area on the board which we start in control of. Mm-hmm. And then in reverse player order, we all choose a second area to be in control of. So the board is divided into all of these different areas. Now, these are sheets that you cover over. So this is the board for a 3 and 4 player game. The other side of the board is a 1 and 2 player game. And in a 3 player game, we cover over 4 of the areas on the board with these pieces. And the artwork matches, so it doesn't even look like they're even there. So we're all going to start in control of 2 areas before the game starts. But one of the areas that you choose must be a corner area. And the other area must be a non-corner area. So Emily, which area would you like to choose to be in control of?
I'm going to have... I don't know, we'll just stick with this area.
Okay, so in the corner area that you start in control of, is this camera view gonna see it? No, not quite. I'll just zoom the camera up a little bit. There we go. So in the starting corner area, you start with a level 1 fort and your fortress marker. Now your fortress marker, so this is a fort, this is a fortress. That indicates that this is basically impregnable. You can never lose this. You will always win fights in this area. You also start with your shaper, which is this flappy bird creature thing, and you start with 2 followers. So that's where Emily has chosen. Paul, do you want to choose a corner area or a non-corner area?
I think I'm going to start with a non-corner area.
Okay.
I'm going to put.
So in your non-corner area, you either start with 1 follower or 2. 1 if it's adjacent to the cathedral, or 2 if it's not adjacent to the cathedral.
So I'm going to have 1 there.
Okay, that's it. Now, it's me. I choose 1 corner area and 1 non-corner area. So I'm going to choose this corner area because it's closest to my hand, so I don't have to reach very far. Great tactical choice there. So I start with 2 of my followers and my shaper. And then in reverse player order, so starting with me, I choose a non-corner area. So I think I'm just going to choose this one. And because it's not adjacent to the cathedral, I start with 2 followers in that area. Right, Paul, you now have to choose a corner area.
So I will have this corner down
all the way down there, okay? So that's your fortress.
Yep.
You get 2 followers, and you get your shaper. And then Emily, you have to choose a non-corner area.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the choices that we're making are based on a few things. When we first played it, we just picked at random. But now we've played the game, there are a few factors to take into account when choosing your starting area. Specifically, your cards that you started with, and also these markings on the areas. There are 4 different symbols in the game, and there's 4 of each type of area in the game. Certainly in a 3-player game. Okay, right. Now, every area which isn't controlled by us starts off with shadows in. The shadows are these neutral grey pieces, and if it is adjacent to the cathedral, it has 1. If it is not adjacent to the cathedral, it has 2. So the shadows kind of act like an extra player that we can be fighting for control over. Right. The final part of setup, if I've got this correctly, is we all have to place our dreamers on the action track. So have I got a camera point for this? I do. So this is the action matrix here. It is divided into day spaces and 3 night spaces. And starting with Emily, you have to choose one of the night spaces to start in. We can choose the same night space. Now, when we're making this decision, we are basically deciding which action we want to do first, because what you can't do is you cannot do an action that is adjacent to your current night space. So, for example, if I decide to start here, if I decide to start on this night space, it means on the first turn of the game, I cannot do these 3 actions. So that's the decision you're making here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're starting there.
I'm going to start here.
You're starting in the same place. And I'm going to start here because I'm different. Right. Is there anything else in the setup? I think we've done that.
Yeah.
Nightmare miniatures. Yeah, the last thing to do is the game comes with 8 different nightmares. I don't know whether there's going to be any more, but right now there are 8 nightmares included in the game, and you choose 2 of them. Now, there are some recommended setups, and we are playing with Nightmare 4 and Nightmare 8. The rulebook does have, if you want this type of game, play with these 2, but these are the 2 nightmares that we've chosen for this game. We then take the miniatures corresponding to these nightmares, so there's this big floaty, fiery head thing, and this one, which looks like 2 people stitched together. Anyway, you take these miniatures and the cards, and you put them to there. So the game actually plays in 2 stages. In stage 1, we are building the cathedral. So in the middle of the board, we're going to be building the cathedral with these pieces. Once the cathedral has been built, we go into stage 2 of the game. In stage 2 of the game, the nightmares arrive, and we can do some extra stuff. So at the start of the game, you do have to choose which 2 nightmares you're going to be playing with, and that will affect how stage 2 goes. We're now ready to start the game. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be taking it in turns. It is Emily's turn first, and Emily, first of all, chooses an action. So as I mentioned, Emily's chosen to start on this night space here, which means you cannot choose that action or that action. You can choose any of these 3. Which one would you like to choose?
I'm going to manoeuvre.
Okay, so this is the manoeuvre action, and basically what happens is Emily moves here, and then Emily performs the manoeuvre action as printed on Emily's card. Now, Emily's manoeuvre action is different from mine, so if you want to read through it.
Mine says receive 4 manoeuvre points,
Yep.
then eliminate 1 unit in any area with your followers, then perform a conversion in your shaper's area.
Right.
Then resolve 3 conflicts.
Wow, right, you're going to see a lot of stuff going on here. The first thing is movement points. Okay, so Emily, the first thing is it says receives 4 movement points. 1 movement point will allow you to move one of your followers from one area to an adjacent, or you can move your shaper. Now, your shaper is the Flappy Bird thing. That can basically move around one area at a time, and it's completely free to move because it's flying. Your followers, however, your followers may not leave an area with other units. Now, the definition of a unit is either a follower or a shadow. So you can move in, but you can't move out. Okay? So how would you like to spend your 4 movement points?
Do I have to spend?
You don't have to spend any of them.
Okay. So I will be doing 1,
Yeah.
2, and that's it.
Okay. Now, one very important thing about this game is, unlike a lot of these games, Emily has just moved her followers into an area where there are shadows. There isn't a conflict in this game unless you specifically trigger a conflict. So, yeah, basically all of us could all be in the same area, but we don't fight until somebody triggers a conflict, and we'll see that happening soon. Okay, so you've done your 4 movement points.
That's my movement points.
Next.
Then I eliminate 1 unit in any area with your followers.
Okay, so just as a reminder, a unit is either a follower of any player or a shadow. So you can eliminate.
So I'm
one of those
eliminating
shadows. Yep, so that's gone.
that one. Then perform a conversion in your shaper's area.
Right, so a conversion is, as you might expect, you swap a shadow for one of your followers, or you swap another player's follower for one of your followers.
And then resolve 3 conflicts.
Right. We'll explain conflicts later on because you can't resolve any conflicts at
No.
this point. Basically, there isn't an area on the board with pieces of 2 different players, including the shadows. So you skip that part of the card. Anything else?
That's it.
Right, okay, so that's step 2 of your turn is you perform an action. Step 3, this is the dream cards. So I mentioned at the start of the game we all have 2 dream cards, and I also mentioned that if you don't like your dream cards, there is a way that you can cycle them out. That's what happens in step 3. So Emily, any of the dream cards that you don't want, you can put to the bottom of the dream deck. We have the
pop
dream
that one
deck
to the
here.
bottom.
And because you got rid of 1 card, you can now draw a replacement. You always draw so that you have 2 dream cards in hand. You can draw from either the offer, or you can take from the top of the deck. Any of those ones that you like. Basically, the more points it's worth, the harder it is to do. Oh, and this icon here for the basic game is ignored. We're playing the basic game today. In the advanced game, the Cathedral is only built when a player plays one of these cards. But in the basic game, we're going to be building the Cathedral at the end of each turn.
Can I have the second one along, please?
Yeah, yep, that one. And that gets replaced straight away. Okay, so that was step 4 of your turn. Step 5 is you discard down to 8 of these cards. You can only keep 8 of these development cards in hand. And then step 6 is other players get to follow the action. Okay, so like a lot of Euro games these days, the player does the main action and then other players can follow. To show you how the following works, I'm going to press that button. So, Emily has done this action here. Okay, in clockwise order, so it's Paul who's going to get to follow first. Because your dreamer, because your dreamer is not adjacent to this space, you can only descent. However, when I get to follow, because I am adjacent to this space, I could choose to conform or I could choose to descent. Now, what does conforming and descenting mean? If you look at each of these action cards, you will see that there is the main action, then there is conform or descent. So Emily's just done the maneuver action, which means when it comes round to me, I could conform because I am adjacent to it, or I could descent. Whereas Paul, you only have the option of descenting.
Yeah, which is draw 1 card.
Which is draw 1 card. So you descent, you draw 1 card.
Thank you.
Ooh. Now that changes things. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to do something different. Right. Okay. Where am I, and what am I going to be doing next? Okay. I'm gonna choose. If you look at my card here, maneuver. Conform is produce a total of 2 in areas under your control. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to produce here. So one of the important terms in this game is control. You control an area if you have a fort in there, you control it. Okay? If you don't have a fort in there, it is the player with the most units in there. So I have the most units in here, which means I have control. If there were 2 shadows in there, nobody would have control of it. So at the moment, I control these 2 areas. So I get to produce a total of 2 in areas under your control, which means I put that one there, that one there. Now, I've got 3 followers in here, which at the moment, that is my limit. The limit at the start of the game is 3 for all players, including the shadows. So there could be 3 of me, 3 of Emily, 3 of Paul, and 3 shadows, all in this area, all having a big party. Right, so I have conformed, and that is, I think, the end of Emily's turn. You did your action, you did your dream cards. Okay, so you get to build a piece of the cathedral. Remember, in the basic game, you get to build a piece of the cathedral at the end of every player's turn until the cathedral has been finished. So we get to put this piece on the board here. Cathedral has been started to be built. And then what we do is we move the turn marker onto here, and Emily's dreamer, following the arrows, moves to that space there. We're all done. It's now Paul's go. So Paul, again, because he started here, cannot choose these 2 actions.
Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to perform the develop action.
Okay, which is over here. Nice. So both of us will get to conform because we're next to it.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So the develop action is what you use to play cards. You can play cards to upgrade your existing cards, or you can just play cards to do stuff. With the basic develop action, you get to play 2 cards one of which could be an upgrade.
So I am going to play an upgrade.
Okay, so Paul's upgrading
Upgrading the ritual.
Perform ritual action. Oh, I could have done with that one.
Yep, that's nice.
Okay.
And my second action changes now.
Quick question in the chat. The Flappy Bird does not count to the 3 limit. Absolutely correct. Yeah, the Shaper, first of all, it doesn't count as a unit, so it cannot control areas, and it doesn't count towards the 3 limit. It basically flies around the board doing fancy stuff, but it can't do anything. It can't control, it can't get into fights or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm going to play this ploy.
In fact, the designer has just said the cathedral is not built until each player's second turn. I missed that in the rules. Thank you very much for that. We'll put that back. There we go. So in the basic game, I definitely missed that. Unless it's not in the rules. Again, we're working off a prototype copy of the rulebook, which is still being worked upon. But thank you very much for that.
Okay, so I'm going to play this ploy. Eliminate a unit in a marked area.
Right, so we need to explain marked areas. Okay, let's look at the turn track again, because these icons here, as I mentioned, there's 4 of them. This is the current turn, which is this crescent moon symbol. What that means is every area on the board that has that symbol is what is called a marked area. If we look at the board, that means here, 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 and here. Those are the 4 marked areas for this particular turn. And your card says...
If it was eliminate a unit in the marked area.
Right.
If it was a shadow, climb 1 step on the ritual track.
Okay.
So
there's a benefit to eliminating another player, but there's a benefit to eliminating the shadows as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to try eliminating the shadows.
Which one?
This one here.
Okay, so this shadow here has been eliminated, and you get to advance on the ritual track.
Okay.
This is the ritual track down here. Each player has 2 markers on the ritual track, and you get to advance. Is it a grey?
It's a grey or a blue.
It's a grey space. So if you notice on the ritual track, the spaces are grey, blue, and red. And this card that Paul has played specifically says, if it was a shadow, climb 1 grey or blue step on the ritual track. So he couldn't have used this card to advance into the red area. Can only use it to advance to either blue or grey. Right, that's done.
Yep.
That's your 2 cards.
That's my 2 cards.
And then it's draw 1 card,
Draw
I
a
believe.
card.
Right, okay.
Thank
now,
you.
I can conform because I'm on a J. Oh, we do your dream cards first.
Dream card.
Dream cards
So,
first.
yeah.
Any you want to cycle around?
I'm going to cycle... No.
Okay.
No.
You're happy with the cards that you've got?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the offer to see if there's any... no, I'm going to... Nope, I'm staying.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, now this is interesting. Oh. It's very interesting. So my my conform effect of my develop card is I can play a card. So I could either play a card or I could draw a card. They are my 2 options at the moment. And I'm just looking to see...
Not an upgrade, presumably.
I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to play this card here, which says, move up to 2 units from an area adjacent to your Shaper into your Shaper's area. So I'm going to move these 2 units into here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. Then perform a conversion in your Shaper's area. I can't because I'm at the limit. I mean, I could do that, but I wouldn't do the conversion.
You wouldn't do the conversion.
So...
That's a shame.
No, change of plan.
Is there a conflict afterwards?
I'm just going to draw a card. There is.
Okay.
But I don't want a conflict. I'm just going to draw a card. Emily, you can conform or...
I
so
have
you
a
could play
question.
card. Yep.
I'd like to play this card, but I'm not sure if I can.
Okay.
Because it says... I'd like to play this one. It says at the end of your turn, but it's not my turn.
No. So that is
So
a
there's
special
no point
type of
in
card.
playing
Let's
it,
have a
is
look.
there?
I've not seen that card before. So that is a card that you play... Oh, yeah. Well, if the designer's in the chat, the ploy card that says at the end of your turn, move your dream into any night space. Can Emily play this when it's not her turn?
Technically, it's not my turn, is it?
So this
it
is actually a
probably
really
doesn't
useful
trigger.
card because what it means is that once your turn is over, you can actually move your dreamer to any of the night spaces.
So I could redo something, potentially.
Exactly. I just don't know whether Emily can play this card when it's not her turn. But hopefully the designer will Well, answer the question. You could perform the conversion, then you'd have to eliminate excess. Okay, right, yeah, thank you. That was for my thing there. I could have done the conversion, but then I would have lost the extra one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Emily can play that card, that's the question.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would draw a card.
Otherwise, I would draw a
okay.
card.
We'll wait to see if we get an answer in the chat. But then we're done. Do we have an answer in the
This card
chat?
can be played during
Your turn only. Okay, thank you very much for that. So you get to draw a card.
So it's one of the two cards
Add a
played in
foil.
It is,
developed
yes.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that goes there. We move the turn marker to here. We don't build a cathedral because we don't do that in the first turn of the game. In the first sort of round of the game. And now it's my go. Now, I had plans. I definitely had plans.
Hopefully we have foiled your plans.
Well... yeah.
We're all a bit separate.
Well, I mean,
so
I
that's
can't.
okay.
I can't do either of these two. I think I'm going to do that. Although, moving in and fighting is quite good. No, we're going to manoeuvre. No, I can't manoeuvre. I can't manoeuvre because I'm there.
Yeah.
I can't manoeuvre. I can't develop. What about climbing on the ritual track? That could be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We could absolutely do a thing by climbing on the ritual track. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so the action I'm going to do is perform ritual. So what I do is I'm going to move my shaper to this action here, and I am going to choose the perform ritual action. So the perform ritual action is basically sacrificing your followers to move up the ritual track. And the way that this is worded is I spend followers or units in limbo, we'll come on to them in a minute, to climb steps on the ritual track, and I get one free climb which can be done before or after I spend followers. So the ritual track is printed here. Now you'll notice the icons on the ritual track, that is the area in which you need to spend followers from in order to move up the ritual track. So to move either of my pieces up, I need to sacrifice a follower that is in a tree area. Thankfully, I have followers here in a tree area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice one of those, and that's gone out of the... well, that goes back to my supply area. And I'm going to move that marker forward on the ritual track. Then I am going to sacrifice this one, which is in a crescent moon area, to move to there. Now, if we look at the next space on the ritual track, for me, it's got two icons. That means I actually need to spend both. I need to spend a follower in that area and a follower in that area, which I don't have at the moment, but I might use that as my free one. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm actually going to sacrifice another one from each area to move my second ritual marker to there. Okay, so I've done with spending my followers. I'm now going to do my free upgrade on the ritual track. So I'm going to move that one to there. Now that gets me either of these two abilities. The bottom ability is only for stage 2, and the top ability is I can use 3 movement points. So I'm going to spend my 3 movement points. Now where do I want to move? Let me just put another view on for those people watching. That's a view of the board in 3D Technicolor. 3 movement points. Oh. I think... OMG, those cards are awesome. I'm definitely going to move this. So this shaper is going to go... how many? 3. Yeah, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, a quick note about this area here, okay? This area, if we just zoom in a bit on this area, you'll notice right now it's empty. If an area is empty, it is classed as being controlled by the shadows. Now, even though my shaper's in there, remember earlier on what I said about the shaper is not a unit, it doesn't fight, therefore this area is still technically controlled by the shadows. Okay? And if anybody is as old as I am, every time I say the shadows, you might be thinking something. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. It was a band from the 60s and 70s. Hank Marvin?
Hank Marvin.
There you go. Yeah. Right. Anyway, that's me performing a ritual. I think I'm done.
Okay.
So let's have a look at my dream cards. Right. I can't do either of these dream cards, so I'm actually going to put this one to the bottom of the deck. I'm going to keep the other one because I think I'm going to be able to do it. And I'm going to take that one. Okay, got a new one. Now, you two can only descent because neither of you are adjacent to here. So Emily first, you get to do a descent on the perform ritual action.
Yeah.
So draw a
Which
card.
is draw a card.
Thank
Now yours
you.
might be slightly different because you've upgraded it.
Yeah, mine is draw one card.
Oh,
Descent.
Babylon 5, yeah, that's the other thing as well. Yours is draw a card?
Yep.
Right, and then that goes to there. That goes to there, and from now on, we are now building pieces in the cathedral.
Okay.
So, Emily, your second turn. I did have a master plan for that. There's a slight rubbing noise occasionally, can't tell which of us it is. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be that. Bear with us a minute, we're just going to adjust Emily's microphone. If you want to pop it,
I think
maybe pop it on the red thing. Yeah, maybe pop it on there. Okay.
I think Emily, it can pick up
Could be that.
of the cable.
Let us know if that's any better. We've moved Emily's microphone slightly. Right. So you cannot do maneuver or develop. Which action would you like to do?
I am summoning.
Okay. So summon action is basically putting things on the board, but not necessarily always your own thing. So talk us through your summon action.
Mine is for each of your forts produces 2, or if it's a marked, it produces 1, which
Okay.
unfortunately
So Emily has
it
one
is.
fort here which produces 2.
No, it produces 1, doesn't it?
No, no,
Because
no.
it's marked.
No, that's in addition.
Oh, okay.
Each of your forts produces 2, full stop. And then,
as well as
yeah, and now each marked area, so every area that's marked with a tree,
with a tree.
produces. So this area would produce, but it's
Yeah.
at its limit.
Yeah.
This area produces, and I control it, so I get 1. This area produces, and it's controlled by the shadows. It gets 1. And that area produces, and that's controlled by the shadows. So that's what I mean. When you resolve your summon action, it can actually summon additional things on the board. Would you have done something different?
Not really,
No, you're
no,
happy with that?
unfortunately.
Okay, what's next? Was that it?
That's it.
That's it?
That's
Right. Dream cards.
Do
Do you want to cycle any dream cards out?
No. I'm going to keep them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which means we now...
Descent.
You
or
descent.
conform.
Descent on summon,
You descent on the summon.
which is climb 1 step on the ritual track.
Okay.
Can you take my second one up one, please? Thank you.
Now, this is actually quite good. I can conform on the summon because I'm next to it, and because I've upgraded the summon, one of my forts produces 2.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's
Nice.
nice.
That goes there.
That's very good.
That moves on, and we now have our first piece of the cathedral.
Yay.
Okay, right.
Okay.
All done. So yeah, we've not seen any dream cards playing yet, but you trust me, you will.
You will in a
You
moment.
will see them.
Yes, you certainly will. Okay, so
Which action would you like to do?
okay, so I think I'm going to use my fortify. Yeah, I think I'm going to do my fortify, which doesn't actually do huge amount, but I think this might work out long term.
Okay.
So I move my
To the fortify space.
fortify
So the fortify
space.
space is basically spending followers, removing them from the board to build forts. And the quirk with this action is you don't have to spend followers in the area where you're building the fort. You can basically remove your followers from anywhere and then build your forts anywhere.
So I'm going to remove one. It's
One
one
for-
or three.
one or three.
So it's going to be
One.
one of those. Yeah, it's going to be one of those.
You could remove all 3 because you do have 3
I
followers.
do have 3, but there's a reason for staying
Okay.
over there. So
Okay.
and then I can build
You can build it in any area that you currently control. So it
That
could
one.
be there or it could
Yeah.
be over there.
that one.
So you're going to build a fort there.
And build a fort there.
Okay.
That's it. That's the turn.
Right. Neither of us can conform because of where we are. So we both descent. And my descent is to spend 2 followers to build a fort level in an area under your control or draw 1 card. Or I'm tempted.
Do I do dream cards first?
Sorry, yes. You cycle your dream card
Cycle
first.
a dream card. and it's going to be that one there.
I kind of didn't want to do that.
And I'm going to take this juicy card at the end that says, for 3 points. Oh, okay, I didn't read it. I did the wrong one.
You wanted the one that
I
I
wanted
had.
the one, yes. Okay. Do you know what? I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take my card back. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to keep the card that
it
you've
should
got.
be the bottom one, which it was. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So my descent ability is to spend 2 followers to build a fort level or draw a card. I'm going to draw a card because I don't want to leave myself. I don't want to do what I did in the game earlier, which was leave myself really short of followers. So I'm just going to draw a card.
Yes, me too. Thank you.
Okay. So we didn't see any dream cards being
We didn't
played.
see any dream cards,
Right,
unfortunately, because the this one here says
Is the wrong
have
upgrades
upgrades for
from it.
for the wrong upgrades.
So that moves to there. We get a piece of the cathedral. Now, at this point, if you have a look, which button is it? I think it's that button. That button will do. We have just revealed this space here. So Paulie's building this piece of the cathedral, which means we all get to add a follower to an area that we control. Oh, maybe I should have done.
Just even it up.
Yeah. Maybe I should have built a fort. I forgot that was coming. Right, we're done. So we move to the next one. And it's my go. Now, I can't perform a ritual. I can't summon. But I did have a plan. And my plan was...
Oh, I had a
love
plan
this.
too.
I absolutely love this. We haven't had any conflict yet either. In our game earlier on, we'd had loads of conflicts by this point. Right, I am going to choose the develop action. I am going to play 2 cards, but I'm not going to play an upgrade card.
Okay, it's a May. Yeah.
So I'm just going to I'd love to, but I don't have any upgrade cards.
Okay, well, that sorts that then.
So I'm going to play this card. This is move up to 2 units from an area adjacent to your shaper into your shaper's area. Then perform a conversion in your shaper's area. Then resolve 1 conflict. Now, before I do that... Yeah, okay. No, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So, move up to 2 units from an area adjacent to your shaper into your shaper's area. Okay, so I'm going to move, I think, I'm going to move these 2 units here into my shaper's area. Perform a conversion in your shaper's area. So one of those shadows actually becomes one of my followers. And then resolve 1 conflict. So my card says that I now need to resolve a conflict. At this point, I will explain to you how conflict works. Now, if you're looking for a unique part of this game, this is something that I've never seen in a game before. If you have seen it in a game before, please let me know. But I now have to resolve 1 conflict in the game. That conflict doesn't need to involve me. Basically, anywhere on the board that there are pieces of 2 different colours, or units of 2 different colours, there is a potential for a conflict. And when a player resolves a conflict, they pick any of those conflicts anywhere on the board. It doesn't have to involve them whatsoever. Right now, there is only 1 space on the board with pieces of 2 different players. So I must resolve a conflict, it has to be here. But let's say, for example, Emily and Paul were here. If I started a conflict, I could actually start that conflict there, and you 2 would have to fight. Okay? So that, as I say, I've not seen that in a game before. It's quite interesting. As it is, this is quite simple. I'm doing a conflict, and that happens immediately. So in a conflict, both players involved, or just the 1 player if it is a fight against the shadows, plays cards from their hand. Now, these development cards that we've been playing to do actions, on the bottom of them have actually got these combat effects. So when you're playing them in combat, you actually use the effects on the bottom of the card. You can play a number of cards equal to the number of followers that you have in there. So basically, I've got 1 follower, I can only play 1 card. Any card that you play is discarded unless it is your basic combat card, which always comes back to your hand afterwards. And this counts towards your hand limit of 8. You cannot go over that. Now, when you're playing against another player, it is important in the order in which you play cards, even though they're face down. Against the shadows, we're going to be using the conflict deck. So I need to decide which card I'm going to play first. And I think I'm going to play this card. Okay, I think I'm going to play this card here, which means I'm attacking for a strength of 2, and I've got 1 point of defence. Now, technically, it should be played face down, but since it's only me in the fight, I'm just going to put it there. Then what we do is, have we shuffled those?
Yep.
And they're the stage 1 cards.
They're the stage 1
Excellent.
cards.
We reveal the top conflict card from the deck, and we look to see how many shadows are in the area. There is only 1 shadow in that area, so we use that top line, which is a particularly nasty one. So it's a good job that I played the card that I did.
Yep.
So I deal 2 damage, but there's 1 shield.
Yep.
So that kills 1 shadow. They deal 1 damage, but I've got 1 shield, so I don't take any losses. That is the combat over. Now, the other thing is you now determine who wins the combat. And it's interesting because the person who wins the combat might be the person who lost the most units in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically who controls the area at the end of that fight. It's me, therefore I won the fight. And if you look at the conflict card, there is a victory and there's a defeat. So what does it say under victory?
So victory is spend 1 follower from the conflict area to climb 1 step on the grey or blue on the ritual track.
Oh, now that's interesting. So if I really wanted to, I could lose this follower to move up on the ritual track.
Is it a
Yeah.
may? It says no, it says spend
Yeah, it's
1
optional.
follower. It's optional. Okay.
Yeah.
Spend 1 follower
I think
from
I'm
the
gonna
conflict
do
area
it.
to
I would
climb
for
1
that.
step on the track.
Because that's hard.
I think I'm going to
It's
do
hard,
it because
yeah.
the next stage of the ritual track for me is actually quite difficult.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend the follower.
Yeah,
Now,
nice.
that gives me 3 movement points.
Oh, yes.
Moving up to there on the ritual
So
track
it
is
has the
3
three.
movement
3
points.
now.
Yeah,
Is it
now.
Wow.
And this is still just my first card.
Wow.
Okay.
It's impressive.
Well, that changes everything.
This is a turn with 12 steps instead of 7
Oh,
steps.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to move, and I'm looking at the icons on the ritual track
Yeah.
for where I need to be to perform the ritual. So I'm going to move this one from here to here. That's 1. I'm going to move that one from there to there is 2. And I'm also going to move this one from here to here. Okay, so we now have opposing units in this area and in this area, which is going to make conflicts a bit more interesting. Right, that's my 3 movement points. That was my first card spent. Right, now... Oh, this is tricky. I thought this was actually really good. But now, looking at it, I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, this might put the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit. Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Just while you're there. Does the fort represent a unit?
No.
In force? It
Forts
doesn't.
are not units,
Okay.
but in combat... So let's just look at this area here.
Yep.
Let's say, somehow, as a miracle, I deal 3 damage.
Okay.
1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. So each damage, after all the followers are gone, destroys 1 level of the fort.
Right.
Okay?
Wow. Okay.
But
But it doesn't add. It doesn't
it
give
doesn't,
me 3.
It doesn't give you 3. It doesn't
Right.
allow you to play 3 cards. It doesn't fight, but it can be used as defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So my second card is going to be this one. Receive 2 movement points. I'm going to go flap, 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 flap to here. I wasn't planning to do this.
Oh, this is
Then
mean.
perform a conversion in
This
your
is
shaper's area.
mean.
So that goes and gets replaced by this one. Then resolve 1 conflict. So here's where I have a choice. I must resolve a conflict. It could be here. It could be here.
But I can only play 1 card at the moment. Is that right? In this
Correct.
area. Right.
And I think I'm going to do it.
Ooh.
Okay, so I am going to resolve a conflict in this area. Now, I said I would mention conflict between 2 players. And the way that this works is each player can play a number of cards equal to the number of units that they have. So Paul can only play 1 card. I can play 2 cards. Oh, we can't actually see it. Hang on. Wrong preset. There we go. Paul can only play 1 card. I can play 2 cards. the player who controls the area must play their cards first. Now, cards are always played face down, but let's say you had 3 units in there. You would need to decide how many cards you were putting into the fight before I did.
Right, so I don't see how many you're going to put in.
Correct. So because you control the
But
area,
do
you have
see,
to play
do
first.
you see how many I put in?
Yeah, and you must play 1 card. And you can only play a maximum of 1 card. So for me, it's not...
So, okay, so I can only play 1.
You can only play 1 card, and you have to play 1 card.
That's so good.
It's just which card you play.
I just got a card that I was going to use.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing, isn't it?
Oh, like, okay, so I'm going to play this card.
Okay, so that goes face down.
Yep.
Yeah, if a player faces off against another player, the player who controls the area plays their... Oh no, sorry, it's the other way around. The designer's probably shouting at me in the chat. It's the other way round. The player who controls the area plays their card second.
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 So I find out how many...
So you find out how many cards I've played.
But I can only play 1 anyway.
You can only play 1 card, but
Yeah.
you see how many cards I'm playing. Right, okay,
Which
apologies for that.
Which would determine...
It's whoever controls the area plays their card second.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that changes things.
Someone's saying the fort is not a unit, but you still get to pay an additional card.
Do you? Oh, thank you very much, Raina.
For it.
I missed that. Oh, yeah.
Additional card
you're right.
for
Thank you very
having a
much.
fort
So apologies
in
for
the
that as well.
area.
So it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
I
you
can
get to play 2.
I can play
In which
2.
case, I'm probably not going to attack you.
Oh,
If you
come on! Come
play
on!
2 cards, no.
Oh.
No, right.
What's it called, Emily? Chicken. I think
Undo
it's-
all of that.
Right,
Okay.
well, remember this one.
So instead, I'm going to resolve a conflict. I'm going to resolve a conflict here because I think I'm much more confident fighting against these.
against the
'Cause
shadows.
you've got how many cards in hand?
I've got quite a few cards. I've got 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 cards.
Okay, so we're going to have a fight here instead. Okay, so I choose to play 1 or 2 cards. And I'm going to play these 2 cards. So now we reveal a conflict card. So that previous card should have gone to the bottom of the
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
deck.
Yeah.
So we reveal a new conflict card. And there is 2 shadows in there, so it is 2 attack,
2 attack
and 1
1
defense.
defense.
2 attack and 1 defense, and I've played 3 attack and 1 defense. So the shadows lose 2 units,
And you
I
use
lose 1 unit, and therefore I'm victorious. Now that basic combat card goes back to my hand, the other one disappears. Right, what's the victory conditions?
Okay, you may play 1 upgrade card or draw 1 card.
I don't have an upgrade card, so I draw a card.
Right.
Right. Now, was that my...
That's your second
That
card.
was my second card. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've had plenty of goes.
I have
You
had
need to
plenty
stop.
of
Let's move on.
You need to stop now.
Yeah.
You need to let us have a go.
Unfortunately, right, dream cards. Do I want to cycle any dream? I'm definitely keeping
yeah.
that one. Oh. Right, I'm keeping both of my dream
There's a
cards.
3-pointer up there.
I know.
Sure you don't want that one?
I don't have any of them.
It's
Right,
45.
okay. So, it is now other players to follow. So, Emily, you can only dissent.
Yeah,
And Paul, you can only dissent as well.
which means I get to draw a card.
You get to draw a
please.
card.
Thank you.
You get to draw a card.
I get to draw a card, yeah.
Okay, that moves to there. We put this on, and now this icon here means that we can all move our shapers. The cathedral is being built. So starting with me, do I want to move my shaper from where it is?
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to move my shaper to here. Emily, do you want to move your shaper? And Paul?
The marked area.
Right now is trees,
Trees.
but it's about to be moon.
Okay.
Or crescent, whatever.
Okay. But it will be this one by the time it gets to me.
Yes.
Skull.
Yeah, and you can see that because these coloured counters, they're really useful.
Yeah.
You can see what it's going to be on your next
Can
turn.
attempt
on
to
my
plan
next
ahead.
turn.
I assume that's
Because
what
because
they've
my
been put in the game for.
some of my cards modify
The
the
marked
marked
areas.
areas,
Yeah.
and on my turn this will be marked area.
Right.
I did wonder what these tokens were for because you always take turns in a clockwise order, but that must be what they're for. So
Yeah.
clever idea.
Yeah.
That's good because that will change what I need to do there. But can I think 2 moves ahead? It's bad enough trying to work out my own move, let alone 2 moves further on. I do want to move. We can move. You can move
your shaper 1 space.
1
right
space
now.
only.
Either that way or that way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I probably want to go. I think I probably want to go this way.
Okay. Yep. Right, and then it's Emily's go.
I am developing.
Did Emily move her shaper 2 spaces?
Oh, I did, didn't I?
You
Yes,
did. Good.
I did. Thank you.
No join there. No join there.
No,
join.
there isn't.
Well spotted.
I will move it just there then.
Okay.
Good spot.
Thank you.
Your go. Which action would you like to do?
Develop, please.
Okay. Right. Play 2 cards.
Play
Up to 2 cards, one of which may be...
This one. I am upgrading my Fortify.
Fortify action. Okay.
So I get to spend less followers, basically.
When you do the... Right, yeah.
When I Fortify. And then the other one is...
Oh, and also, since Rainer is in the chat, happy birthday. Everybody wish Rainer a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I will play...
27, I think he is.
I will play this one where it's at the end of your turn. You
Okay.
move your dreamer to any night space.
Look at that card for combat as well. Nice. Brutal. Right, okay, dream cards. Do you want to cycle any of your dream cards?
No.
We are so rubbish, us, aren't we? We haven't done any dream cards.
No.
In the practice game that we played earlier,
We
we
were
did
all
loads
over
of
the
them.
all over the dream cards.
Yeah. I realise now
Perhaps-
I should have attacked you because of this card.
Well, perhaps we've got good dream cards already. You
Paul,
see.
you can dissent on Emily's develop action.
Thank you. Let's draw a card, please. Thank you.
I can conform, which is playing a card. Oh. Yeah. I think. Yeah, I'm going to play a card. Because I can play a card. Produce 1 in your fortress. And move any number of followers from your fortress to any of your forts. Well, I don't have any forts, so that's fine. Okay, and then normally that would move to here. But because you played your fancy card,
It will
you
move to
can
here.
put it wherever you want to. Okay, we're now going to build this piece of the cathedral, which means we can all advance 1 grey space on the ritual track.
Okay.
Nice.
Bottom level of the cathedral is finished.
And then...
Let's just show you what the cathedral looks like. I think it's this one. Yeah, so that's the cathedral at the moment. That's where we are with the cathedral. We've built the bottom bits of it.
Okay. Your token's gone to a space with a.
I've moved everybody up.
Yeah.
You've moved everybody up?
Paul's one's got.
Yeah,
an
so
extra
that means at the end of the game I've got 1 point.
1 point.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so turn marker moves on. Paul, your go.
Okay.
Yeah, in the last game I had 7 cards in hand. I've got 2, and one of those is my basic combat card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need more cards. You can always, one thing we haven't mentioned is when you choose to do an action, you can actually skip doing the action and draw 2 cards instead. The other players still get to conform or dissent, even if you skipped your action.
Right. Okay. Let's try this.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is going to work, but we have some fun here.
I was so close to getting mine.
Right. So I'm going to develop to play 2 cards.
Okay, so you're choosing the develop action.
Develop action.
Yep.
Okay. First card is move your shaper to any area.
Any area.
You
anywhere.
may play,
Yep.
and you may play any other another card.
Okay, so basically, yeah, move your shaper anywhere you want, and that doesn't count as one of your card plays. Where do you want to go to?
I think I want to go there. I want to go there. I think this is right.
Okay. So you've still got 2 card plays.
Wrong place. That's the right place to go. That one. Sorry. I've still got 2 card plays.
Yes.
That's right, isn't it? Yes. So I will receive 2 movement points, then perform a conversion in your shaper's area. Now the conversion, the 2 movement points will be here to here.
Yeah. Followers
I
cannot
can't
move out of an area
Oh,
with a
yes,
lead.
of
You can move in,
Good point.
but you
Good
can't
point.
move out.
I can't move out. Okay.
Shapers can because they got flappy wings.
Well, would it make me with any? It's not just so if there was only 1 here.
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many.
No. Okay. Yeah, it makes him a bit exposed there, doesn't it? But I think that's okay. I'm just going to do this.
You're going to move it to there.
Move 1 point there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then are you going to move your shaper somewhere else?
I'm not going to move the shaper anywhere else.
So
I'm
you're
then going to
convert.
resolve. I'm going to convert.
So that becomes yours.
That's mine.
Again, he just doesn't know. One day he's
No,
going
I
yours.
know he's a bit
Confused.
two-minded. This chap.
Yeah.
Right. Then resolve a conflict.
So let's have a look on the board at potential conflict areas. There is this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Yeah.
There is this one. This is not a conflict because that's a shaper. So it's only 2 areas where there is potential conflict.
Yeah. See, there was somebody sort of picking on me earlier on. Guess where? It's a conflict here.
Okay, so you are the attacker.
I am.
I'm the defender. Not that matters, but you have control of the area, which means you play your cards after me.
Is it open to
No,
the
no,
number
no.
of cards? No. Is it
Oh, yeah,
open?
yeah, yeah. I've got 2
You've
cards.
got 2 cards. One of which must
One
be
of which is
a
my basic combat card.
Yeah.
Okay, so I only get to play 1 card because I've only got 1 follower in there.
Yeah.
So I play 1 card. Has anybody lost units yet in a fight? I think I might have done something wrong. I think I lost 1 unit in a fight here.
Did you? It should have gone to limbo. shouldn't it?
Yeah. So one thing I forgot earlier on is anytime you lose a unit in combat, it actually goes into limbo. If anybody wouldn't mind just checking back
Yes,
on the
you did.
video, I definitely lost 1
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
I think I also lost 1 here.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, if you lose a unit only in a conflict, it goes into limbo. So I should definitely have 1 in limbo. I don't know whether I should have more. We'll come on to what units in limbo mean later. I got my basic combat card.
Okay, 2 attack.
Oh, so I do 1 attack.
You do
so I
one.
kill 1 of you.
Kill 1 of me.
You kill 1 of me.
So that goes limbo.
Yeah, so that goes into limbo. That goes into limbo. And then you've got control of the area, which means you win the fight.
Yeah.
What that means is, if I had any units left in the fight, I would need to retreat to them.
Okay.
If there was nowhere for them to retreat to, they would be eliminated.
Right.
What does retreat mean?
So when you retreat, you move all of their units to adjacent areas that either they control, where they've got presence, or that are empty.
Right.
Okay. So you couldn't move them, for example, into the shadow?
Correct, because I don't control that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I had something there, then that's fine, because I have
Because
presence
you have
in
presence.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, yeah, I could have played another card. I could have played basic combat as well there, couldn't I?
Yes.
Because I had more than.
Because
I
it
had 2
comes by
units.
itself.
Yeah,
It comes
it comes
free.
back, yeah.
It comes free, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Not to worry. It wouldn't have made any difference. Okay. So so that's finished.
Yep.
Okay. I've then got 1 more card, and I think I'm going to play. Up to 2 cards. A maximum of 1 of these can be an upgrade. So I can play an upgrade.
You
still,
can do an
can't
upgrade.
I think I'm going to.
And you can put upgrades on top of upgrades.
Right.
It just replaces it.
Okay. I'll do the upgrade here. Thank you.
Okay, you're upgrading
Yep,
your manoeuvre.
That's it.
Dream cards. Do you want to cycle in the dream cards? Again, apologies, but the whole point of the game is completing these dream cards, and none of us have done any. But we're getting there.
Close
honestly.
to it. I'm close to it.
And one of the tricks in the game, and we're not very good at the game, I'll be honest, is you need to be cycling out the dream cards that you can't do to pick up ones that you can do. The more of these you play, the more of these you play, the more points you get.
Yeah, I might.
But I kind of want to do them. Even though I can't do them now, then
Yeah, I think
Did
Yeah,
you forget to do the cathedral at the end of your turn?
I didn't do a cathedral. Did
No, we didn't. Emily's,
So it's not
Emily's,
the...
Paul's, Paul's, Emily's. No, we haven't. So this is going to be yours.
Okay, which will be
You'll do that in a minute, and we'll all get a follower.
a follower. I'm still going to hang on to mine, I think. I'm going to hang on to what I've got.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
I think
So
they're
following this action, I get to conform. I could play a card. I don't want to play a card. I'm going to dissent instead.
doable. Yeah.
Oh,
I
now
have to
I get
dissent.
it.
So
Now you get the card.
Now
you
I
need.
get the card.
Thank
I need.
you.
Yeah. See, I'm down to 3 now, which is that was
Right. Okay. So that's done. That goes there.
Yep.
Oh,
Careful.
yeah, it's a bit wobbly. That goes there. You get to place that, which goes. Well, I'll place it because I know where it goes. Goes there, and we all get a follow. So we all get to produce in an area we control. Choose an area that you control, and produce in that area. Right. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
The winners are what does he get from the conflict? The promise of ice cream. Absolutely. Honeycomb ice cream from Budley Salterton.
Right,
Had it today.
thank
Can't recommend it enough.
A guarantee of not picking on again.
So, when you fight against the shadows, there is a victory reward on there. When you fight against another player, there's no actual reward. But I assume you did that.
But to get
for a
the area,
reason.
you get the
yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a card which I can play when I win a battle against another player. So there's one reason
Oh,
for
yeah.
playing it, but
Right,
of course I
okay.
didn't win the
But you've
battle.
got to remember, you're putting things in limbo for Paul to use
Limbo.
later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So actually, it's not
Yeah.
necessarily
and
a
then
good
when
thing
the, when
to
the ritual
eliminate
comes
other...
on, you've got more that you can do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I am going to summon.
Have you not already played?
No, it was my turn.
That was your go.
Ah,
Yeah.
Summon.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was just mine. Mine just finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. I thought Paul had played
Summon.
2 cards.
Each area under your control produces one. Pop. 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 Right? Each marked area produces one. So this is the trees.
Ah,
So we would have one in there, but it's full.
yes.
We would have one in there, but it's full.
full.
We would have one in there, but it's full.
Full.
So we have one in there.
Okay.
Receive 1 movement point. Then perform a conversion in your shaper's area. Then resolve 1 conflict.
Oh, I've done this wrong again. Oh.
So, perform a conversion in... Right. Yeah, okay. Do we go into here and do we do this again?
Please do. Please put my guys into limbo. Because
Maybe we do.
I've got this summon card, right, which I've upgraded,
Nice.
and it produces. I'm not sharing this with my enemies, of course, but it produces with forts and the shaper, and of course I've got
Okay.
both in the same
Okay.
same space, which is not great.
Okay, I think we'll do it just because it's funny. I'm
Just
going to receive a movement point, and I'm going to
Here we
convert
go.
this guy back. He's
He's got
confused.
no idea what he's doing.
He's very confused.
Yeah.
He keeps switching sides. Then I resolve a conflict, but I'm going to resolve that conflict there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? So again, to go back what I said earlier on, when you are forced to resolve a conflict, you can resolve a conflict anywhere on the board. So you're fighting with 1 card against the shadows that have a strength of 2. So you've played your card. Let's reveal the shadows card. 2 shields and 1 attack. What have you played? 1 shield and 2
One
attack.
shield and 2 attack.
So actually,
No gain.
nothing happens.
No gain. Draw.
Right. No. It is a draw in terms of the fight. Nobody loses any units.
Okay.
But the shadows have more units in the area. Therefore, they win the fight. Okay? So, the side, if there is a fort left at the end of the fight, the side with the fort wins the fight. Otherwise, the side with the more units in the area wins the fight. So because they still have 2 units in the area, they win the fight, which means you get the defeat ability.
Add 1 shadow to each area with at least 1 shadow.
Okay.
No.
Here they come.
They're on the march. They are on the march.
2, 3, 4. It's not as bad as last time we played, where 10 got put on the board. Right, okay. That's me done with my summon ability. I am so close to doing one of these objectives, but I think I am going to cycle that card because I've been trying to do it
Not going
and
there.
failing. And I'm going to now take that one because I think I will be able to do that one. Right, you two both get to follow. So Emily first, you can only descent. No, sorry, you can conform if you wanted to
Oh yeah.
on the summon ability.
But there's no point because it produces two.
Okay.
But
So what?
so
for
it's
descent?
climb one step on the track.
Okay, a grey step. And Paul, you can only descent
Okay.
on the summon action.
Summon, that's climb one step on the ritual crack.
Which one? Oh, it's got to be grey, hasn't it? Is it got to be a grey?
Yes, it's grey, yeah.
So it's got
That's
to be
only- it has
this
to be
one.
that one, yeah.
That goes in there.
Yep.
We all get to move our shaper one space. I'm not going to move mine.
Yay. Ooh. Ooh. This might be my opportunity.
Follower should retreat from the conflict area. Oh yeah, thank you. Yes, you're right.
Follower should
This-
retreat.
This follower should have retreated.
But can it? Because it's
Can
got...
I retreat?
Retreating is
move?
different from moving.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Can I
That's all right
retreat away from my fort?
Yeah. So you can retreat to an adjacent area that you
Yes, a
control,
blank one.
Control.
where you have presence, or that are empty.
Right,
Nice.
so that's
So
it.
you
Nice.
actually get to go where you want it to go.
Okay, that gives me
Brilliant.
that gives me this.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
That gives me my first dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still in control, I think, of this one.
You are. So what is that?
This is anytime control 2 areas adjacent to the cathedral.
Right. So this is
Fabulous.
interesting because you're seeing a dream card being played out of turn.
Yep.
But I believe
Because it says any
that's-
time.
I believe that's possible.
Oh, I should be so chuffed.
Yeah. Now, what's also interesting is you won't draw back up to 2 until the certain point on your turn.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah. So you just play that dream card
Okay.
in front of you somewhere, and it's worth points at the end of the game.
Great.
Hey, we got our first dream
Hey!
card played.
Points.
Assuming you can play it out of turn, which I think you can. Anyway, whose go is it?
We get to move. You said something about moving this one.
Moving the shaper. Yeah.
Hold
We'll
on.
move it.
Sorry,
Hold on.
sorry, I'm reading the small print.
What does it say? Small print.
small print in brackets at the bottom. Control. So there's a definition here for control for this card.
Have a
You
fort.
control-
Control.
you
Have a. So in this case, it says control. Have a fort, which I do in this
Yeah.
one. Or if no fort is present, more followers than
Yeah.
any other player or the shadows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
It's just
that
reminding
is-
you
that
what,
is the standard.
reminding
Yeah.
you what the control rules
Okay.
are.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought perhaps that was different.
Playing dream cards. Each dream card explains exactly when it can be played and what conditions need to be met.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have met those conditions and scored
Yeah.
2
Dream
points.
card played correctly. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Okay. Right.
I am,
Emily's go
my go, manoeuvring.
with your super upgraded maneuver.
So 4 movement points.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And that's it.
No more.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Then eliminate 1 unit in any area with your followers.
Mhm.
Then perform a conversion in your... yeah, but if I do that, it'll be 1 too many,
Yeah.
won't
So
it?
just don't move one of them in. Move
Don't
one
move one
somewhere
of
else,
them in.
maybe. Okay.
And then resolve 3 conflicts.
So you have to resolve 3 conflicts if you can. There is a
Yes.
conflict here. There is
and
a conflict here.
there.
Oh.
So those 2 conflicts will be resolved.
Yes.
Which one do you want to do first?
I'll do this one
Okay.
first.
So it's you can play up to 3 cards, and then there will be a conflict card from the deck.
Did we? Okay, just backtracking us just one tad. I missed this spot because as I was about to move my shaper, and we were brought up about the retreating.
Yeah. Do you want to move it?
So I do want to move.
Yeah, go on.
I do want to move the shaper.
Yeah, that's
fine. It can go
1 space.
1 space. It can go in there. In there.
Like that.
Yep.
In there.
I'm going to shoot it down with a bow and arrow.
Are you? Okay. Good luck. I've got my basic combat skills.
Oh, and if anybody is a regular follower of the channel, you will notice that I have a new camera. I bought a new camera which has got all sorts of fancy controls and fancy zooms, and I'm only able to do that thanks to the support of the Patreon campaign. So yeah, Patreon support, thank you very much. for the financial support, which allows me to upgrade the studio and buy new fancy bits that then take me a week to learn how to use.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
I'm
Right.
playing 3 cards.
Emily's playing 3 cards. You sure you want to play 3 cards?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it's only going to be a level 1 thing.
Yeah, because I don't want to lose any of my people.
Oh, right, okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
But you're only playing 1 shield. What I'm saying is you're doing 4 damage.
Yeah.
You
But
only
it's
need to
I
deal
might as well
1.
put that one in.
You might as well put that one in, but you probably
And I need a
don't-
shield.
Yeah, you probably don't need that one because I don't think there's more than 2 shields on a level 1 line. So I
Okay.
think that will be fine. If it's not, I'll let you change your mind.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Draw.
Yeah, so there's actually no shields on there. So they deal 1 damage, but you're protected, and you kill that one. So that one's gone. You win the fight, and the victory condition is
Draw 2
2
cards.
cards. Nice. There you go.
Thank you.
Right.
Me?
Was that,
So
was that it for your manoeuvre?
that's my manoeuvre action.
Okay, so now
So
we do
dream cards?
Dream cards. Yay!
Hey,
What is your dream card then?
Have at least 9 followers on the map.
Oh, right. Okay. There you go.
1, 2, 3,
Done.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Now, you can
Well
play
done.
that. Is that an anytime card?
At the end of any player's turn.
So you can't actually play that yet.
Oh no.
Because we're not at the end of your
no,
turn
I'm not
yet.
at the end of the turn.
Okay. The
That's
reason
all right.
why this is important is for when you get to draw back to 2
Yes,
cards.
because I would
okay.
draw
You
before
would draw
playing
back to
that.
2 cards. Now you play that,
Yeah.
which means you're going into next turn with only 1 card in hand.
Yeah.
We now get to follow. You first. You can conform or dissent.
What was it again?
Maneuver.
Manoeuvre.
I can only dissent.
I can conform, which is... Oh, yes. Conform. Produce a total of 2 in areas under your control.
Nice.
That's good. So 1 goes in there.
Yeah.
1 goes in, I think we'll put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I've dissented by drawing
Nice.
a card. That moves to there. That moves on. You get to build that. We all add a shadow to the board. I believe that's what that is.
Can it be anywhere?
I think
Anywhere
it's
legal.
to. Let me just double check that.
Like, can we both gang up and put them on Paul's space?
You can.
Now, would we do that?
It is each player must add 1 shadow to any area,
Any
Any
area.
area.
Okay.
Okay.
respecting limits.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check one.
I think I want to do that. I'm not actually sure.
Well, I was going to pop one down on
Whose
yours.
go is it next?
And I thought that's mean.
You'll go next,
I
isn't
go
it?
next, yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, I'll put it there instead. Okay. You'll go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so close.
okay. So I'm going to summon. Please. There we go.
Actually, I will put it there if you don't mind.
Okay.
But that wouldn't change what you did, would it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So you're summoning it.
So
It's an
I'm
upgraded
summoning.
summon.
So it's an upgraded summon. So each of your forts produces 2.
So you get, but you can only
So
get
I
1
can
in
put
there.
1 of mine on there. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then I
And
get
2 on there.
Now,
2 down.
speaking of fortify, Emily, you'll notice your unit limit is different.
Yes.
One of your areas can have 4 in.
Yes.
Okay, next bit.
Each marked area produces 1.
So the marked area is this. So this produces.
Yeah, which is
It's under your control.
Under my control, but I
so
can't get any
it's
more
at
in.
its limit.
That one
That
gets 1 more.
Gets 1 more. That gets 1 more. And where's
And
the
then
other?
this one.
That
but
one
it's
is at its limit.
Is that its limit?
Okay, next.
My shaper produces 2 of my followers.
Oh right, I see.
Ah, see?
So your shaper is actually
My
summoning.
shaper's summoning followers into your district.
Oh,
Well,
good.
you came poking round my fort.
that's not very good, is it? Look at this.
Yeah, it's
I'm
going to be
starting to get a bit busy here.
some fisticuffs in there.
You brought pizza though, didn't you?
Sorry?
You brought
I brought
pizza?
pizza, yeah, we brought
Okay,
pizza.
that's good. Has it got pineapple on?
No, it doesn't
Oh,
have
I'm
pineapple.
not interested in that.
Okay, that's the silent action for me.
Okay.
Dream cards?
Dream cards.
So you've currently only got one.
I've only got one.
So you can take another one.
I'm going to keep this one and take one.
Okay.
And I'm going to...
And then I get to either conform or dissent on your... What was it you were doing? You were summoning.
Summoning.
I was summoning, yes. I'm going to...
Well, one of my thoughts produces two. No, it can't. So I'm going to climb one step on the ritual track. I'm going to move that one to there.
Oh, okay. Good question then.
So you've drawn one.
I've drawn one any time.
Yeah? Which means
Okay.
you can play it.
Lose a battle against an opponent.
Ah, no. So you
You
play
haven't
it
lost.
at the instant you lose a battle against an opponent.
Ah, okay. It doesn't go back in time then.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, fair enough. I'll still take that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm moving up
You're
on
doing that as
the
well?
track as well.
Okay. That then goes to there. That moves on to there. We place this. We all get to advance one grey space on the ritual track.
Nice.
Oh my
To
God.
there.
Yeah,
You
good.
can't.
You can't.
Because your next space is blue.
Because it's blue.
Yeah.
It is.
Can you remind me how we go up here? Is that the ritual?
You got
It's
to
the-
get rid
it's
of a
the performing a
person
ritual.
Perform the
on
ritual.
So
Yeah.
those
Both of Paul's pieces are on the next space is the blue space, and he's only allowed to gain a grey space progression.
Okay. Yep.
So that doesn't happen.
Nope.
Right. Okay. My go.
Scheming.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's.
See, the problem is I don't really want to knock too many pulls out because he's going to have so many limbos.
I want them in limbo to
Yeah,
move
to
up
move up.
the ritual track because we've not really seen anybody doing that yet. But
Yeah.
it is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is going to happen. I'm thinking there might be some conflicts going on here. I might choose the maneuver action, but actually I might not. Because it's actually not helping me. No, it is. It is helping me. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose the maneuver action. So, first of all, I get 4 movement points.
It's going to be interesting.
One, you can't move again.
Okay.
2,
Oh, they
these
can-
can't move out because they're stuck.
Right. Yeah. But shapers can move, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 4.
Ooh.
Okay. Then perform a conversion in your shaper's area, so you know what's coming.
Poor Fred.
We interrupt this action to bring you a dream card.
Oh, here we are.
Finally. Oh no, it's at the end of a turn. Which means it might not even be there because there's now going to be some conflicts.
Conflict.
Oh no! Right. I have to now resolve 3 conflicts.
3.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. In
it's
this
1,
area
2,
here, we have 3 different.
Yeah, the camera can't
pieces.
see though, probably behind the cathedral. But
Yeah, it can on the zoom in,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Okay, great.
So we have brown, we have blue, and we have grey. A conflict is only ever between 2 sides. Okay, so I have to resolve 3 conflicts. The first conflict I'm going to resolve is in here, between you and the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can play 1, 2, or 3 cards, and the shadows are going to get 1 card.
I've only got 1. I've only got
Oh
2
my.
cards.
And that is one of the rules that
This
I
is-
find really interesting about this game.
This is now going
I
to be.
start
Yeah.
a conflict anywhere.
Now this is going to be really bad because if I play both cards, obviously one is my basic combat,
Yep.
which will come back.
Yeah.
If you decide to make the combat in the conflict into this one,
I
Or-
have to do 3 conflicts this turn.
So he's
you
going to
have
do.
so
He's
you
going
have
to do another
that
one there, I
there,
suspect.
probably another
2,
one there, and then one in there.
possibly.
All right, and I'll end
or
up,
maybe-
or maybe okay, so maybe
yeah,
over there.
yeah.
But the reality is that I'll have nothing to defend myself with, other than the basic combat.
Yeah. So the order in which you resolve the conflicts is interesting.
Okay, so if I and you're going to play your combat cards.
Now, no, I'm not involved in this conflict. It's you in the shadows.
Oh, me in the shadow. So it's going to be.
It's going to be
It's
one of
gonna be-
those.
It's going to be one
Yeah.
of these.
So do you want to play one or two cards? So see how the cathedral's coming along. Cathedral is kind of a bit in the way of this space
Yeah,
here, so
I
we'll
don't
just
think-
shuffle
I-
it.
I think I will hold on to. No, I won't. I'm going to play both cards.
You can play both cards.
I'm gonna play both
Okay,
cards.
so stick your cards down and see what we've got.
So one
So
and
you've got
one.
one attack and one defense. It's got one attack and one defense. So that's the end of the fight. Nobody loses any units,
But I've got more.
but
than
you
them.
win that fight.
Yes.
Now I don't think the shadows retreat, unless I've got that wrong. Let me just check. Do shadows retreat from combat? The losing side must move all of their units out.
Yes, what happens to the
What
shadows?
happens? If Board and Dice are still in the chat watching, what happens to the shadows if they lose a fight? Because it just says the losing side must move all of their units to adjacent areas that they control. I've not seen any mention of the shadows. So yeah, let us know. But either way, you get the victory condition on the card.
Okay, so that goes.
That goes.
I get a basic combat back. And I get spend one follower from the conflict area to climb up grey or blue on the ritual track. Oh, no, I think I'm going to do that, aren't I?
Yeah.
So you're
So I'm
spending
going to
one of
take
your
one of
followers.
those. Yep.
and
I
you
will-
go up on the blue.
I'll go up, which
Which
gives
means you
me
get
3
3
movement
movement.
points now.
So
Yes.
we interrupt the combat.
We do.
Thing.
Because my shaper.
They do when they're the losing side. So we need to decide where
Okay.
these are retreating from.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anywhere they can retreat to.
Is that the only place they can
yeah,
they go
the,
there?
the question
or-
is who chooses where they go to. I'm going to guess the active. But I'm the active player. So yeah, that is a question. Again, we're working off a prototype rulebook. So all of these questions I hope will be answered. Is who decides where the shadows retreat to? Is it me
Losing.
because I'm the active player,
Oh, no.
or is it you because you're the one who's actually fighting the shadows?
Right.
But as it is in this situation, there is nowhere for them
There's
to
not
retreat
really
to.
anywhere for them to go.
Because they can't. This is under control. This is under control. This is under control. This is full. So in this case, it goes away
Anything? No, not yet.
Because it was full.
because there was actually nowhere that it
No,
could
there
retreat.
isn't.
That's not got control. No. Okay.
Okay.
So we
Nice.
yeah. So
You've
I now
got
have
3
3
movements.
movement.
Yes.
So first movement is my shaper
1.
into
Boy.
this area in order
Easy sightseeing.
to. Okay, I can't do that just yet.
Okay.
Not
But I
yet.
can
Not
in a
yet.
minute.
Not yet.
I can in a minute.
Active player makes all such decisions, which is
Okay,
me.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's 1 movement.
1.
And this is still only the first conflict.
Yeah.
I still have 2 more conflicts to resolve.
If I go there, that stops me because
Why did I
you've
get rid
got
of that
presence.
win a fight against another player card when I'm
Okay.
about to?
Now, my question
Shocking.
here is go here. So that's 2.
You can't move out.
Can't move
Oh,
out.
I can't move out because
No.
I'm pinned with these guys. Oh,
You could move those down
I could
there.
move them. I could move 2, yeah, but they would get stuck, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, but you might want to use them in rituals.
Okay, so let's have a think about which.
Mightn't you?
where the
Because if
turn-
they're here,
the turn
you
is
might
going to
need
come here.
Yeah. But
But
you need to
see,
be looking at the icons on the
if
ritual
you were
track as
doing,
well.
if you were preparing for this, for
I need to
example,
have them
you
in-
could have some in there to do that.
That's
If you wanted.
because that means I need to have
One of each of
one
those.
of each.
You got one already. You got your one there
And
already,
would,
that's the other
and that
symbol.
would move this one up. Is that right?
Yeah,
To get that one in there,
If
to get that
you
one in there.
I need
Sacrificed one of those and one of those.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can go
Yeah,
one in
that's
there.
why you
that
want them
makes
in there.
sense.
Yeah.
Got 1 movement point left if you want it.
Okay, and I think I will move my shaper back here.
Okay.
Yep.
My second conflict. You only have 1 card in hand.
I
is
have
that
one
right?
card. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Why did I move that out?
Yes.
of there?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
He's only got 1 card. Surely it's going to.
Yeah, no. Right, okay. So my second conflict is going to be here. So
Right.
I'm resolving my second conflict in this area here. where there is 3 of mine and 2 of yours. So whoever's got control of the area, which is me,
Yep.
plays cards last.
Okay.
So you can play 1 or 2 cards.
I can play 1 or 2. I can play 1 because
Right.
I've got 1.
I know what that is.
Yep.
So I'm just going to play 1 card as well.
Okay.
Mine does 2 damage.
Okay.
Yours does 1 damage.
Yep.
So those go into limbo.
Nice.
That one goes into limbo.
Nice.
That card goes. Yours goes back to your hand.
Nice.
I've won the fight, but that's not a unit, so it doesn't have to retreat.
The only issue here is I can't ritual, can I? Next go.
I have to
Next
resolve
go.
a 3rd conflict.
Long-term goal.
Long-term go. Yep.
So I am going to resolve the conflict. No, this could backfire totally. Why did I move 3 in there?
There's one there.
Oh, there's one there.
You could do that.
Not that I'm asking
Thank
you
you.
to do
I
that.
forgot about
Not
that.
I'm asking
I
you to do
completely
that.
forgot.
Not that I'm really offering
But thank
myself.
you. That's actually saved my life completely. So I'm going to resolve a conflict here.
Right, this one's gone, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
so it's your 1 basic combat card against
Whatever comes up.
2 shields.
2 shields. 3.
Which means
2 shields, which means
you don't lose
I
any
don't
units.
lose
No.
any units.
But you did lose
You'd
the fight,
lose, but
so you have to retreat. But you could retreat.
Right, I could
into-
retreat back in there. That's good. Let's do that. Nice.
if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Right, okay. There's my 3 conflicts done.
Excellent.
Right.
is there another defeat thing? Or is it just
Defeat. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Emily. Add 1 shadow to each area adjacent to the cathedral.
Oh, that's
Oh,
rubbish.
here we go.
We don't like that.
Multiple
Okay.
in there now.
Right.
Oh, this is good.
Right. So
I am
that
playing
was 3,
this
wasn't it?
dream card.
Oh, hang
Anytime,
This is still your go, isn't it?
anytime
Yes,
have
yes.
at least 3 followers in limbo.
Right, okay.
Done. Now it's
Oh,
at the
nice.
point where I get new
New ones?
cards. So I am going to take...
Oh, no.
I'm going to take this one. That gets replenished. Right. I then, at the end of my turn, or almost at the end of my turn, have 2 or more followers in at least 4 areas. Finally.
Yay.
It's only worth
done.
1 point.
I know. That's what was mine as well. 9 followers. Worth 1 point.
Again, the game's still in development. Some of these cards might need
was
to be
hard.
a bit better. Yeah, that was a lot of work for just 1 point. You 2 now get to follow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So,
What
Emily,
do
you can only dissent. No, sorry, you can conform if you wanted to.
What have you done? Sorry. Oh, manoeuvre.
I have manoeuvred.
Produce a total of 2.
And then, Paul, you can dissent.
Draw 2 cards, please.
2 cards.
2.
Wow.
In areas under your control.
Now, how friendly are we
1.
feeling
Not.
this
2.
evening? We're not. Okay.
Okay, and now I'm going to build this piece of the cathedral. Okay, so you're going to see something now. We have just built the big piece of the cathedral. What that means is we have revealed... Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, we've revealed this space here. So whenever we reveal this space, we start the transition to stage 2. So what we do is we take the stage 2 development cards, and these get shuffled into the deck. We take the stage 2 conflict cards, which completely replace the stage 1 conflict cards.
Oh, yeah.
We also take the stage 2 dream cards. They get shuffled into there along with these 3.
Okay.
Okay? We're not quite in stage 2
Don't
yet.
pass me that one.
Thanks.
We will fully transition into stage 2 once the entire temple has been built, and that's when the nightmares come on the board.
Right.
Okay?
Now, I've got a question, okay, because, you know when I had those 3 movement points,
Yeah,
and I moved my shaper into your fortress,
you did.
and then we had 1 left at the end, and I moved it back out again. I don't think it changed the state of anything.
Do you want to leave it in there?
Would you mind?
That's fine.
Because at the end of your turn, I can score this one.
Okay, that's why you
Why I
went
went
in
there.
there.
That's why I
Okay,
went in there.
Sure.
At the end of any player's turn, your shaper is in an area with an opponent's fortress.
Fortress. Yes, not just the fort, the fortress.
Fortress.
Which is what...
With the ring round it.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
which is fine. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's good.
1 point.
Okay, right. Now what happens is the turn marker arrives here, which means the round marker has moved down 1. So we've gone 1 complete
New
round.
cuts.
Okay, off
Okay,
on
now
3.
obviously we're playing slower today because we're kind of explaining it as we go, but obviously when you play this game yourself, you will probably get a game done, I would have thought, in 60 to 90 minutes. It's just slower today because we're talking things through and we're kind of explaining it a bit more. Emily,
Okay.
your
Okay.
go, I
Yep.
believe.
Fortify.
How to get units out of limbo? Very good question. Whenever, and you'll see this soon, but whenever you do the perform ritual action, you can use 3 followers from limbo to move any one space up the track. I say any one space, any grey or blue space. The other thing as well is your units in limbo, you can actually take them out at any time if you want to and just put them back into your supply, but I think you want to leave them there in order to use them to move up the track.
Okay.
Which is what the designers just said.
So I am fortifying, so I'm spending 0 or 2
0
of
or
my
2 followers.
followers to build 1 or 2 fort levels
Yeah.
in areas under my control.
It's going to escalate now, isn't it?
2
You're building 2
people,
fort levels,
so I'm building 2 fort levels.
areas under your control.
Now do I put them together, or do I put like... Oh, I think I might do 1
Yep.
to up my basic
Fortress, yeah.
fortress.
So that's now worth 1 point at the end of the game.
Yeah, and add this somewhere. Thinking here.
Okay.
We have a good solid base here.
Anything else in your fortify action?
No, that's it.
Right. Okay. So we can both dissent.
Yeah. Develop. Was it?
Fortify.
It's fortify.
Yeah, fortify. Descent. Spend 2 of your followers to build 1 fort level in an area under your control. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Spend 2 of your followers to build 1 fort there. I think will be good.
Do you mean remove those 2?
I do.
Or?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's spend 2 followers. Ah, shit. So actually, I could spend 1 from there and 1 from here to build there. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Unit limit 3.
Yeah. That's just a reminder.
Does that go
Emily's
up?
is slightly different.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it? Right.
Mine's
okay.
got, I can have 1 area with 4.
Okay.
Okay, so that moves to there. Dream
Yeah.
cards.
No,
I've not
that's-
completed any.
That's me.
Oh, that's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you move the wrong one?
You did.
Sorry, I did.
Okay, I did
Where were you?
I did a summon, didn't I? I did
yes.
a summon, so
That
I
should
was
be
in
there.
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 Okay, so both of us dissented.
Yeah.
That then moves to there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you got your
I
2
need a
dream
new
cards? You need a new dream
card.
card. That should have happened before we followed.
Okay.
And then that goes on. Cathedral is close to being finished. There you go. That piece those go.
Oh, I'll have that one.
Which you've done.
Ooh,
Which I've done.
Fortify
So you take it,
maneuver.
And then
Beauty.
you can play it straight away.
I can play it
Beautiful.
straight away.
Yeah, there you go.
3 points.
So we all get to add a shadow to anywhere on the board.
Oh. Pull.
Thank you.
Shadow.
Observing normal limits.
Observing normal limits.
Okay, right, so that's that done. That done. Emily's moved there. We both followed. Turn moves to here. Paul, your go.
Cathedral. Did we
Yeah,
build
we
that?
did, I did the cathedral,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
what we've got there. So after your
Oh, fab.
turn, we are going to enter stage 2
That will
of
be
the
the
game,
last bit.
and the nightmares are going to come out.
Okay.
And then we get to start controlling those. Did she remove followers, says David.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
I got rid of 1 from here.
Yeah.
And
She's got so many of them
1
on the
from
board.
here.
Okay, I'm going to.
Pretty sure I did.
I think you did.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Chap was booted out of the sector, wasn't he? That is the problem there. Each of your forts produces 2, which would give me 3 in there. I can't do summon. I can do develop, but then I've got 2 upgrades, so I can only play 1 card. It does give me something. Could fortify to build some forts. The level of fort, does that make any difference in the combat?
in the combat, yeah, I believe it allows you to play extra cards.
Okay.
So So when you're playing combat, you can play one card per follower, and also one card. Oh no, sorry, one card for their fort, irrespective of level.
Right.
It just changes the points at the end of the game, and obviously how many hit points it's got in the fight. Because each damage will reduce one level of the fort.
Right. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I'm going to.
It's frustrating.
No.
It's tricky to work around these dream cards. Have we got some stage 2 ones out? We do. Oh, wow.
It's clever the way that the fortify means there's 3 things you can't do.
Yes, exactly.
Frustrating, but very clever.
Receive 4, then eliminate 1, then
they're
perform
quite
a
hard to do,
conversion,
those.
then resolve 3 conflicts. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, what action are you doing?
Maneuver.
So that's this action here.
Okay.
So, what's the first thing? 4 movement points. Right, off you go.
Okay, so I am going to end up
Let's have that.
eliminating units with my followers in. Eliminate 1 unit in any area with your followers. After receiving that, then perform a conversion in your shapers area. So I probably want to go 1, 2.
It's typical. The area that's getting the most attention in the game is the one hiding
behind the cathedral. It is, isn't it? 3, 4. I think.
Did you want to manoeuvre
3, 4.
your stuff in the right place?
I think I need to be in that bit there. I've got. Oops, sorry. I've got them there. I'm going to go 3. 4.
Okay, next.
That's what. Then eliminate 1 unit in any area with your followers. So that will be this one, I think. Okay. Then perform a conversion in your shapers area. So I'm afraid.
I'm going to convert one of mine.
Yes. Fred comes back.
Yeah.
There we are.
Just keeps changing his shirt or his hat. He's got a blue hat and a brown hat.
Okay. Then resolve 3 conflicts.
Right. So there's multiple areas for conflicts. There's one here. There's one here. There's potentially 2 here. There's 1 here, and there's 1 here. So there's 5 conflict areas on the board, and you resolve 3 of them.
I'm going to keep that one and get rid of that. So, right, the first one is there.
Okay, so that is me against the shadows. So I could play 3 cards. Ouch. Ouch. This is harsh, isn't it?
Yes.
This is very harsh.
But you can also play a second and a third conflict in the same area afterwards.
Well, no, because the losing side has to retreat.
So it does. And there's only... Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I'm just going to play my 1 basic combat card.
Okay.
So... Oh, this is stage 2 conflict cards.
This is stage 2, and you've got 3
There's 3 of them in
chaps.
there. Okay.
2
so
damage.
my 1 attack is cancelled. They do 2 damage to me.
2 damage to you.
Which removes those 2, which go into limbo.
Oh, look, that's going to be good, isn't it?
And this one retreats, and it's going to retreat to here.
Oh, you don't control it.
I have presence. You either control it or have presence.
Have presence. Okay.
Or it's empty.
Okay, defeat.
Okay.
Add 1 shadow to each area adjacent to the cathedral.
Oh
It's
my God.
getting pretty busy.
So 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there.
It's getting busy.
Okay.
Okay, second conflict.
Second conflict.
It's the shadows versus you in this sector.
So it's me 2 and them 3.
Yeah. It's becoming very tight in the middle.
So this is interesting, actually, because the winner of the conflict, okay,
Yeah.
is the player who controls the area.
And I control
You
it.
control the area. So it says, otherwise, the side with the more units wins. So you're not involved in this one.
No.
So it will be the side with the most units that wins between I assume
Don't I
between me and
control
the
the area
shadows.
then?
Well, yeah, you control the area because you've got a
Yes.
fort there.
So
Yeah.
that's not the thing
I'm
that
not
would
gonna-
Oh no,
identify
sorry. It's the
who's winning.
side involved in the fight with any fort levels would win the combat. You're not involved in the fight.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
your fort's
I don't get
up there on the
I
hill.
don't get any spoils. Okay.
It's so painful.
Mm.
I'm going to play 2 cards.
Okay.
No, hang on. I'm going to play 2 cards.
Okay. So it's 3.
It's 3
Followers.
strength for the
3 attack.
3
attack.
damage.
3
Three
damage.
damage.
I also have 3 damage.
Oh. So,
So you
they all
both
get wiped.
disappear?
Everything dies.
They get wiped.
All
Beautiful.
of those go.
What a result!
All of those go. Now, who
You've
wins?
Well,
So the side with the more units wins. If an otherwise unbreakable tie occurs, the active player chooses how the tie is broken. So you choose whether I win or lose that fight.
Oh, no, can I be that mean?
Of course you can.
Of course I can. You must discard one card.
Oh. So the card that I was going to keep.
Went anyway.
oh no.
Oh dear, Paul.
Wow.
Brutal.
Well, you came into my fort.
How many conflicts was that?
Is that the second
That's
one?
the second one.
Third one.
Third one.
So third one is going to be. Let's give Paul the rest. Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Emily, it's you. You can play up to 3 cards. Wow. Yeah, total wipeout.
That's the way to do it, isn't it?
I mean, I do have
Lots.
7 followers in limbo.
Yeah, that is good, isn't it?
I think I might be doing a ritual soon.
It's got to be good, that.
Yeah. I think I'm going to
So,
have to.
that's one of those. Oh, this is so aggravating.
Whose turn is this? It's your turn, isn't
This
it?
is my
And
turn.
this is where we're
This
going
is
to
where
get
we get
Cathedral
that
and the
one off,
nightmares are
and
going to come
nightmares
in.
are in.
And then
No,
Yeah.
we don't
I'm
want
going to
that.
get to command one of those nightmares.
So hopefully that's 2 spared.
To get your own back, you mean?
Well, I'll
Spared.
certainly do
One
something
taken
with them.
down. I don't need that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Emily, of all the cards,
Oh, 4. That's too many. That's
Ready?
too many.
Are you ready?
No. I've got to get rid of one.
get rid of one.
Okay.
That's so frustrating. Because I want to keep some people. I need to keep people.
I have to keep an eye on this.
Oh,
Have I lost the battle against an opponent? No.
No, you keep
it's
winning.
going to have to
Keep
be
winning.
that
I've got to lose. I've got to lose.
and that.
I get to draw a second, don't I, end of my turn? End of this.
I'm going to have to probably lose 2 people. Okay, so yeah,
Okay, you're
those
playing 3 cards.
3
Okay,
cards.
Let's have a look at the conflict card.
Here we go.
See what we got. It's 2 shields and 1 damage.
2 shield, 1 damage.
Oh.
You've got the shield,
I've got a shield.
so that's fine. You then play 3 damage, but they've got 2 defense.
2
So
defense.
one of them
One of
goes.
those.
One of them goes.
But that does mean
That
you
you-
now win the
you won
fight
it,
because
yeah.
you've got 3 against 2.
Yeah.
You keep your
So you
combat.
get
Did
the
you use
victory.
your
Oh, yeah.
combat card?
Yeah.
Victory. Devour. Devour. Oh,
Okay, so we can't devour
can't devour
yet.
yet.
Because the
Okay.
devour board hasn't opened.
All right. Oh, it's one.
Nom
one
nom
draw a
nom
card.
nom nom.
Draw a card.
Okay. But these have to retreat out, and it is the current player who chooses. There's nowhere for them to go. That's already full. So
So
they
they just disappear.
die.
Okay.
Okay.
That helped you out there, Emily.
That's your 3rd conflict.
That's my
Yes.
3rd conflict.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Replenish your dream cards.
We've finished my dream cards. At the end of any player's turns, have 3 or more followers in at least 4.
Yeah, no chance.
Yes, no, I can't get that, can I? At the end of any player's turn, have at least 2 level 3 forts. Wow. Or have 4 or more followers
I'm going to conform.
in an area with a nightmare. Oh, that's got to be good fun. Let's go cracking
I'm gonna
onto the
produce
nightmares. That's 2 points.
There and there. Emily, do you want to conform or dissent?
Oh, I can.
And
It
it's
was the
action.
maneuver. Conform. Produce a total of 2
Ooh.
any areas under your control.
Level 2 upgrades.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So I put 1 there, and I'll choose this one to be my
Yeah.
4.
Right.
Okay, I'm done.
Fabulous.
So, we are now entering stage 2 of the game. The cathedral is now fully complete. This board is empty, which means we flip it over. So it shows the devour side. Now, I mentioned right at the start that there is another way that the game can end. What's going to happen now is units can now be devoured during the game. Whenever they do, they go to the devour board. And the 2 nightmares that were chosen at the start of the game, these now come into play. So these come into play and they go on the Cathedral's space. Now, each of these nightmare cards has got numbers on the bottom. And in a 3-player game, this one is 21 and this one is 15. You always use the higher number. So we're playing with 21. And that number is how many units need to be devoured for the game to end early. So every time a unit gets devoured, it gets placed on here. Once there are 21 units on here, the game ends after all players have taken an equal number of turns. And that could be before it would end normally. Okay. Now, the other thing is whenever you get the ability to command one of these, you do the text that's on it. Okay. And just for people watching, and as a reminder to you two, the floaty head thing, whenever you command that, you move it 3, have to move it exactly 3, and in each area that you move into or through, you devour a shadow to climb a grey space on the ritual track, or an enemy follower to climb a blue space. So this goes around devouring things. The other thing, the other nightmare, moves exactly 3, but everywhere it moves to, you can either devour a unit or add a follower. If you devour more units than you placed, you must discard 2 cards. If you placed more than you devoured, you add a card. Okay. And again, as I mentioned at the start, if you're only just watching this, if you're only just tuning in, you choose 2 out of the 8 available nightmares at the start of the game. More might be released with stretch goals, but they're the ones that we've chosen. Right, and I believe it's my go. So,
Yes.
I am going to perform a ritual.
Yeah.
Right. How do I want to do this? The order in which I do this is important. I am first of all going to sacrifice this one from a tree area to move to there. Then I'm going to sacrifice one from the moon area to move to there. Then I'm going to do something we've not seen before. I am going to use 3 from the limbo area to move to here. That ability is either gain a fort level or command a nightmare.
Ooh.
So I'm going to command a nightmare.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I am going to choose to command the floaty head thing. Okay. Now from here, I assume, and I'm not sure if this is in the rules or not, but I assume from the cathedral, its first movement can be to any of those 4
Adjacent.
areas.
Yeah, I would have
they are
thought.
adjacent.
Must be, yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do.
Exciting. 3 spaces.
Yeah.
Well, the devouring thing.
So I'm
It
going to
devours
move.
for 3 spaces.
This is devouring on 3 spaces.
Does
Yeah.
it then stop in the space that it lands
So I'm going to
in?
move to here first, and I'm going to devour this one.
Yeah.
And then what that means
Oh, not me.
is
Not me.
that goes into here,
Yeah.
and I move 1 grey space up on there. I'm then going to move to here, and I'm going to devour that one, and move another grey space up.
Because it's doing that, yeah.
And then I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to devour that one, and move. Oh no, it's an enemy.
Enemy, yeah. It's, a
An
good,
enemy.
It's an enemy
gotta
to
be an
move
enemy.
up on a
Enemy,
blue space.
or is it shadow?
It's an enemy.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to obviously the
Yeah.
hotly contested area, devour that one. Now that's good for you because that gives you points at the end of
It
the game.
does.
But I get to move up in a blue space. Okay? And I'm still in the performing ritual part of my turn. So I'm now going to remove these 3 from limbo to move up another space on the track. Now this space is I get to move my shaper and perform a conversion.
So do you get to do the limbo one twice?
As many times as you want. It costs
Oh,
you
okay.
three things in limbo, and I had 7 in there.
Yeah.
So I get to move my shaper and do a conversion. Now, do I want to just keep him where he is and convert that one again for a laugh?
That's Frida.
Well,
Fred's gone.
Fred's gone.
Fred's gone. Frida's left.
It would be funny, and I have been doing
What's
that
the point
whole
of
game.
Frida without Fred?
No, she's pining.
She might as well. Change hats.
Let's have a think about this. Yeah, let's do it because it's fun. Let's convert that one again. Convert that one into that one. Right, so that's that, and I'm still ritualing.
Still ritualing.
I can still do more if I want to, but I am losing control of these. I have so few units on the board now. Okay, so I'm going to consume this one, which is in the tombstone area, so that moves that to there. And I've still got my free one. I haven't done my free one yet. And the free one can either be grey or blue.
Blue or a grey. Okay.
Okay, I will move the one out of the tree area, which is there.
Mm-hmm. Do you have one in a moon?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
That is a shame.
Oh,
that would have been amazing.
And now I'm going to do my free one to there. Okay, so that's me done. Now,
Wow.
I'm going to pick up... Oh, gosh. I'm going to pick up that card. And then that is my go done. So you two both get to follow, and both of you can only dissent.
Dissent. It's draw a card, please.
Draw a card for you.
Thank you.
And your dissent perform ritual card is? Draw a card.
Draw a card.
Okay, that moves to there. Turn marker moves to there. Emily, you'll go. Poof. I think we did it right. If you consume the blue cheese, that will give you end game points. Yes, absolutely. And nightmares. Right, I feel that was quite a big jump, but actually I now only have 2 pieces on the board. I have 2 followers on the board.
Right.
I desperately need to summon, and I can't summon next.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I am ritualing as well.
Right, okay.
It's not going to be half as impressive as what you did, but I can move on.
Right. Don't forget, you've got a free one either before or after you sacrifice followers.
So I was going to do a free one
first.
Now.
Yeah, so 3 movement points or command a nightmare.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
Which gets you
and that can go round dropping followers on the board, which you could then use.
The other one, isn't it? It's the other one that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you drop people, you get to pick up a card.
You get a card. If you place
Whereas
more
if you
people
place
than you
more than you devour...
If you place more than you
it's
devour,
got to
you get a
be
card.
devour other players, or can you devour
anything.
yourself?
Devour 1 unit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You doing it?
I will have the other
Yeah. So
person.
Where are they going?
He's starting here
Okay.
to devour myself.
Yeah, so that goes up there.
So that's 1.
1.
And then he'll go 2.
Yeah.
And we'll place.
Adding a follower. Yeah.
And then 3. What's happening in that one? I'm not tall enough to see.
There's 2.
There's 3.
There's 2 shadows.
2 shadows.
2
All right.
shadows.
We'll go in there.
And adding a follower here as well.
And I'll add a follower.
So because you added more followers than you removed, you
I
need to
get a
take
card.
And that's just from that advancement on the ritual track, which was your first free one?
Yes.
Yeah, so you've still got sacrificing of units to move further.
And then I'm going to sacrifice one of those, and one of those gets me to move up there.
Right, which again allows you to command a nightmare, but you cannot command the same
It's not
nightmare
the same
twice.
one.
But you could command the other one,
I could.
who goes around devouring things, to move you up on the ritual track.
Ah.
Shadows for grey, and other followers, enemy followers for blue. So you could go over here and start devouring these to move even further up.
Yeah, what's the symbol over there?
Tree.
A tree. Oh, that's miles away.
But you can get there. You can devour 3 units to get your marker up to here, and then get rid of that one for the tree. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. Once you get the units on the board, the performing the ritual is really powerful.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wondered how we were going to get up to here.
Yes, that's how, isn't it?
Yeah. I think you can only get to the red areas with either things in limbo or one of each.
Right.
So when you're moving this one, it devours any of them to move up, or does it have to match the symbol?
No,
It has
any.
Any.
Any. Symbols don't matter.
Not. It has to be enemies, isn't it?
Enemies to move up on a blue step. Shadows to climb a grey step.
Shadows.
Yeah. There's 2 shadows here. So you could go shadow,
Yeah.
and your
So
own.
we'll do shadow.
Or shadow, and somebody else.
do
Shadow,
one of
shadow
those.
if you wanted.
Shadow.
Into the corner.
Could you remove a shadow,
So that's
please?
a shadow for a grey step.
And then,
Yeah, you could just do 3 shadows.
Are these being devoured? Paul?
You've got to do this one now.
yeah.
Was that devoured?
Oh, sorry, that was devoured. Yes.
That was devoured.
Yeah, so you've got to do
and then
the
we'll
3
move
there.
this one here to
Shadow.
devour another one,
Yeah.
which moves me out there.
There you go. Yeah.
And then we'll move back into that one
for another one.
for another one.
Okay.
And then, like you say, I can eat myself. Remove
Yeah.
that one to move up
Which
there.
is not devoured, that's sacrificed.
No, it's
yeah.
sacrificed. And then
You've still got more going on.
I do. This feels a bit wrong almost.
No.
No,
But-
I
this
think
is
this
it.
is
Yeah.
good. I think this is where you get them.
So
you
there's
get the
another
movement.
one there.
Yeah.
And then I do have one of those and one of those
Yeah.
to get me there.
So that is Commander Nightmare or Build a Fort level. Now, you've commanded both Nightmares, so you can't command them again.
No,
So
I
it
want
is-
to build
it is
a
building
fort.
a fort level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will build, and I can build it anywhere I'm in.
Control.
Anywhere that
control.
you control.
So I can go
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quick note from the designer: don't actually devour the pieces. Don't physically.
Don't actually eat them.
No.
Okay.
Which is a shame because I was going to have some later.
Yeah,
this
I
time.
was gonna say that would've gone
And
nicely
then
with
I
chips.
might move here to do
For a tree.
a tree.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm going to stop.
Okay. So you did your free one.
I did.
You don't have any in limbo.
No.
You
That's
commanded
it.
both of the Nightmares.
Yep.
Now, just a quick note for people watching. The Devour board, which is slightly off camera. Let's do another preset. We've not seen this preset yet. Yeah, the Devour board here. At the end of the game, it's basically going to be worth, if you can see that, points based on how many pieces you have in there. Is it going to focus? Is it going to focus? No, it's not going to focus because I've set the focus to manual. So it's not going to focus. But anyway, yeah, points at the end of the game based on where you are. And the shadows will take up one of these spaces. So the shadows don't score points. But at the moment, for example, the shadows have got more pieces in Devoured than anybody else. So the shadows are taking up those 8 points.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
And at the moment, both green and brown have 1 each, which means you're getting that plus that divided by 2. So if the game were to end now, you would get 4 points each because you've each got 1 in there. Okay.
Can
All
I
done.
change my mind and put that there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Sit.
Right.
There we go.
All done.
Yes.
Right. So you get to do dream cards. So get to cycle
So-
some around.
So I complete this one.
Oh, okay. Is that at any time?
At the end of a player's turn, so I keep
Right,
it
so
for
not
now,
yet.
don't I?
So you get new
I
dream
keep it.
cards.
I get a new dream
and
card.
then you can play it.
Okay.
Paul, do you want to follow?
Yeah.
So it's a descent for you.
It's a descent for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's a conform or a descent, and I'm going
Is
to
it?
conform.
Wow. Yeah. I'll draw
Oh,
a card
no.
then.
I hit it.
That's all right. There you go. Thank you.
A card, please.
Card.
Thank you.
Right. So we've both followed. That goes there. That goes there. Paul's go. Oh, have you got your end of turn thing?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So Emily's now got a dream card.
Okay.
Have 2 level 2 forts.
Fortress. Yep. Okay. Done. Sorted.
Right. Okay then. So, it's a shame I can't develop. Would really like to develop, but
Okay. There's a bot in the chat. Sorry
Yeah.
for that, but thank you very much for getting rid of it. We've not had any bots in the chat for ages. So, do you want to just move the camera a little bit more?
Yeah.
It's just a little sliver of... Just twist the top.
There.
That's fine. Yeah,
There.
that'll do it. Thank you.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
what action are we doing?
So I'm looking
Good question.
at So I've
You've
drawn,
not got many units
drawn
on the
some
board either,
cards.
have you?
I haven't. No, I haven't. And I think I'm going to have to just get some because
Well, you could summon.
yeah,
loads
I can
of-
summon. I can summon.
Don't forget, you can always draw
everywhere.
2 cards instead of doing an action, which, to
Yeah.
be honest, with what I've
It's not
got,
that bad. Now they're level 2.
considering.
Yeah, now they're level 2 cards. I mean, I picked up a level 2 card which allows me to climb 1 step, grey, blue, or red.
Wow. Okay.
If I
Nice.
get as far as red, so that's good. But I need to develop for that. So I am going to summon. So I'm coming here. Each of my forts produces 2.
Oh, you got 3 forts.
I got 3 forts.
Nice.
2 there. That's Fred and Frida.
Well, I'm absolutely going to be conforming to that.
Sid and Sidella. And Joe and Joella. Right. Then each marked area, which is
Tombstone.
the tombstone, produces 1.
Yay. So we don't get any in here because it's full.
Oh.
Nobody
Nobody.
controls that, so nobody gets
No.
it. No, because it's 2 each.
I get 1 here.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice, we like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
do.
a shame.
We do.
Both did well out of that then. Okay, my shaper produces 2 followers, which unfortunately is only
You can
1.
only have 1, but still.
But it's still an extra 1.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's good. And that's me. I then look at my cards.
Yeah, and again, don't view the playtime of this video as what it's going to be for your game. We are taking our time. We're explaining the rules as we go,
So I have a question.
and we've not played it before.
Okay, so I've got a question on this dream card.
Yep.
Because if I could put a 4th one here
Yeah.
temporarily, I could play this, which says at any time have 4 or more followers in an area.
I don't believe you can.
Oh, but it's with a nightmare. It's not the nightmare in it. But I was trying to work out how I would score that.
By having an upgraded
Well, if you
fortified
had a nice
card.
card like mine.
Okay.
But I can ask
Fair
the
enough.
designer.
No, fair enough. I mean, if that makes
But
sense,
like you
doesn't
say,
it?
if
Yeah.
you can and then it disappears
Yeah,
by the
so
end of your turn.
The question is, can Paul temporarily increase his unit limit to score the card and then eliminate the
And then
unit, or
discard
is he
it.
not allowed
Yeah.
to go to 4?
Yeah. Okay. Did you just take? You just took one, so we should refill this offer.
I did.
Okay. What do we have there? We have anytime
We get
eliminate
to
in any
conform.
way, including devouring at least 4 shadows in a single turn.
Yeah, so I'm conforming, and one of my forts produces 2.
Yes.
Ooh, very nice.
So
Me too. I'll put them both there. Put them both there. Yeah, put them both there.
Play at least 1 upgrade and start a battle. Both
yeah,
in
not
a single
allowed.
turn.
Excess units disappear immediately. Okay, so there's no
Okay.
window of opportunity to.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Shame.
Thank
Right,
you.
I think I've got cards that allow me to do this, which is to play at least 1 upgrade and start a battle. I don't, because I've used the card, so I won't use that. That's an interesting card, that. Play at least 1 upgrade and start a battle in the same turn. Mm-hmm. Now, I did actually have a combination of cards to do that.
I did right at the start.
Yeah.
Which I've now used. Okay, so I'm going to stay there with the dreams, and you've done your
Yeah. So you
descents
done?
and everything, so I'm done.
That needs to go there. We're all in the same.
We're all
place.
in the same night.
I'm tempted to skip my action and draw 2
it's
cards
a sleepover.
because I don't really want to do this.
Oh.
I don't really want to do this. Although that would allow me to start 3 conflicts, and I could cause all sorts of trouble between you lot.
Go on, I need to lose mine into limbo. That's good.
And that is no use whatsoever. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to go there, but I'm going to skip the action, and I'm just going to
Draw
draw
2 cards.
2 cards.
Okay.
You two both get to descent,
Oh,
Yeah.
but I get to cycle my dreams while I'm doing it.
So spend 2 of your followers to build 1 fort level in an area under your control.
yeah. I get to spend one of my followers to build a fort level in an area under my control.
I'm going to do that, I think.
Yeah. Spend a follower.
I'm going to keep my
to
dream cards, even though I can't
build
do any of them.
a fort level.
Put the fort up.
And I think we'll
Could you
put
put
it
the
there.
fort on there for me, please?
Yep, on this one. On that one.
That one, yeah.
So you've both descented.
Yep.
We have both descended.
That moves to there. That moves to there. Simple as. There you go. None of these long-term
Very good.
nonsense.
Did you do your dream?
I did. I didn't cycle
Dream?
any. I've decided to keep what I've got,
Okay.
rightly or wrongly.
I am fortifying as well.
So you go to here.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Do you want to remove 0 or 2 followers?
I am removing 2 followers
4, I can't do anything with that.
to get 2 more 40 pieces. 1 is going. One is going here. And 1 is going
We have a size 3.
there.
Yeah, so Emily's got now a size 3, 2 size 3 fortresses. It's like somebody's got a dream card to get size 3 fortresses.
Not possibly.
Right.
So I've
Cycling
done
of dream
that.
cards.
So I'm not cycling it, and
Okay.
I can't use it till the end of my turn,
Which is
but I
now.
can pick another
Yeah,
one
you
first.
get another one now. Yeah. And then Paul, you get to descent on a fortify, and I get to conform.
Okay, mine. You spend 2 followers to build another fort level.
And I'm conforming by playing an upgrade. There you go. I've played an upgrade. And I've played a stage 2 upgrade, which is actually worth 1 point at the end of the game.
Okay.
Nice.
So
I'm going to just pick blind.
okay.
I'm going to spend.
Are you dissenting?
I'm dissenting. I'm going to spend these 2 followers. If you can put that on that fort.
Is that going on there? You've got a level 3 fort as well now.
3.
Oh, wow.
Come on, there you go. Right. All done.
Yep.
And now you've got an end of turn dream card.
I do.
Develop.
Hang on, Emily's just going to play her end of turn dream card.
Sorry.
End of turn dream card. Oh, I didn't read the card fully. I've not done
You've
it.
not done it. Okay.
No.
Right. You're developing.
Never mind. It makes points either way.
So 2 cards, one of which can be an upgrade.
Yep. Okay. So first card is devour 1 unit to command 1 nightmare.
Nice.
Right. So let me just understand.
Who's going to be devoured?
Yeah. So let's understand. Basically, we at the end of the game, the person that is first, second, and third will get
And fourth.
and fourth. We will get points based on these.
How many units you
So-
have that have been devoured.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I could devour myself to put
You
me
could.
currently in second place.
Yeah.
I think I will do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to devour 1 of those.
Yep.
Okay. To command Big Head.
This one. Yeah. Where's it going to go?
Okay. So he's going to first of all go there,
Devouring
Devour
that
one of those.
to move up on a grey
move-
space on the ritual track.
which gives me 3
That's
movement.
not grey. That's blue.
That's the wrong thing.
You've got to for
Sorry,
this
it's
guy.
blue. Yeah.
You've got to devour an
Yeah.
enemy follower
Yeah.
to move up a blue space,
yeah.
which you can do. There's
Sorry, to move up a grey space.
blue.
So okay. So
To move up a grey space,
It's a
you
shadow.
devour a shadow.
right.
Greyish shadow.
Okay.
So Paul on the
onto-
ritual track is currently here. So if you devoured the shadow, you could move that marker to here.
Onto the grey. Or if you devour a blue, you move up on the
If I
blue.
go there and take that one, that puts that up for 3 movement.
Yeah.
And I get that one and that one. Yeah, let's do it that way around.
Okay. So
So we move
first movement is to there,
to there.
devouring Emily.
Yeah, it has to be an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Has to be an enemy to
Has
do
to be an
that.
enemy.
Yeah, for the blue.
To move up on the ritual, a blue
This one?
space.
On the blue?
Now, that immediately, this is
Triggers.
interesting because you immediately get those bonuses, even though we're in the middle of
And command the other chap.
and command the other chap.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
you've still got two
So-
moves left for this one.
We'll have to remember.
Now you switch
do I
to this.
interrupt this?
I
Okay.
believe so. That's
Okay.
not clear in the rules, but that's the way we're going
Alright.
to play it. If the designer wants to
Yeah, well, I think I'll command the other
let
chap.
us know otherwise,
Just because these are fun, aren't they? So, can we just remind me what this one does? This moves...
goes around and either drops followers or
drops
devours
followers
followers.
off. Okay.
Devours units or places followers.
Okay. So, he can go here
Mm-hmm.
to drop one of me.
Yeah.
Okay. He can go here to drop one of me.
Yeah.
He can go... there's nothing to devour there, is there? I can't get stuck.
Well, there's yours.
There's mine. There is mine. I can
Yeah.
go back. Devour.
So because you placed more than you devoured,
Yeah.
you get a card,
Thank you.
right? And now you've still got, back to floaty head,
Yeah,
you've
floaty.
still got two
You
more
placed.
moves.
Two more
No, you
moves.
devoured more than you placed.
Okay, so...
Did he?
You ate them all, didn't
No,
you?
he placed,
No?
he placed and devoured.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So then we...
You got two more
got
moves
two more
left
moves.
for
We
floaty
go
head.
1, 2 right down there. Or we could keep him in the melee, which is, I think, good.
So that's a grey space.
That's
all good, keep playing, we're getting it right.
that's a grey.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then finally,
And then that in there isn't...
no.
No,
No.
that doesn't work,
No,
does it?
it's gotta be another
okay,
grey.
I've gone the wrong way. I've gone the wrong way. I thought I could get across there, but because I can't.
No.
So if
No.
I'm there,
So you can go down here.
I can go down there and then down into the corner.
Yeah, so you go there and you go there for that one and
That's
that
it.
one.
That's it.
And
I've
that's
got
two more.
Two more on the grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Okay.
Is that right?
Right.
Or you could have done one and then two.
That makes
You
more
see,
sense.
'cause
Makes
it's
more
got
sense 'cause
points.
It gives me more
Yeah.
points, doesn't it? That's true.
Alrighty.
Okay, jolly good.
And what was that?
So that was one card.
That was
That
devour
was
one unit.
devour one unit to
nightmare.
command one nightmare.
Oh, wow.
That one nightmare moved you up the ritual track, which allowed you to command the other nightmare.
Yeah,
So if you had a dream that said command both nightmares in the same turn,
that would have been ideal.
that would have been
wouldn't
perfect.
it? Yeah, but I don't have that, unfortunately. Okay, and
Your second card.
my second card, I was going to play that, but I don't need to at the moment. So I'm going to use my second card to do a upgrade for the... Oh yeah, this looks good. I think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I've got that one there.
This is develop, isn't it?
I'm going to
Oh,
go.
this is perfect.
Yes.
So I'm going to go here. So my second card,
Yeah.
because I haven't done one
Is
yet,
an
is an
upgrade.
upgrade.
Yep.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Right.
So
Then,
cycling of dream cards,
yeah, that's the question.
and then I will descend and draw two cards. Oh, hello. It's not what I wanted to see.
Dissenting. So may I have one card?
Here's one card for you, is it?
I've got 8, so I take it. I
End of
take
your
that
turn.
card and then
You'll discard down
the
at the end of your
okay.
turn, yeah. So you get a chance to use them.
I'm not going to be able to do that one, so I'm going to cycle that one there. I don't think I can do that one. So, yeah, I'll just take one of those.
Right. Okay. So, oddly enough, I'm going to choose the develop action. I can play up to 3 cards. I'm playing 1
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
because I've got a handful of upgrades.
The upgrades, yes.
I see.
So I'm going to upgrade my summon action to stage 2,
Nice.
which means
Whoa,
have at least 2 level 2 upgrades.
nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Done.
that's a nice one.
Okay, and then draw a card,
That's very good.
which is another upgrade. Wow, that's so many upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Play up to 3 cards. A maximum of 2 of these may be upgrades.
Ooh.
Oh right, okay. Well, in which
Ooh.
case, I will upgrade that one as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I didn't realise it's 3
that's really
cards,
good.
2 of which can be upgrades. So there you go.
That's very good.
Done. So I've done that dream card. What's the other dream card? So I get to pick a new one. I'm going to pick one off the top of the deck. Have I done it? Oh God, no. Right. you two get to follow. So, Emily, you get to dissent. Paul, you can conform or dissent.
Yeah.
I get to draw a card.
You get to draw a card.
It's interesting. I can conform, which plays a card. The only card I can actually play is the one that allows me to go up on the track.
Okay.
Not that great for me though. No. I don't think, because I can. No, I'm going to do it. So I'll draw a card, please.
Right. And done.
Thank you.
Move to there.
Right.
So let's just have a devour count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 12 has been devoured so far.
From
21 is a game end
is
trigger.
the game end, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's looking like that might be the game end as opposed to the complete third round.
My current points are 8. I suspect 8 is not a winning score. That's in total.
Is that including your track?
8. Oh, no. The track is...
Because you're way 8, up there, aren't you?
9, 14. My current score is 14.
Okay.
Should we just do yours while we're at it?
Yeah.
Emily's current score is...
I think I've got 14 as
1, 2,
well.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh.
8, 9, 10, plus your cards.
6.
So you're at 16.
16.
Oh, sorry, plus...
No, that's it.
Sorry,
I don't
I've
know
got an
what's in
extra
there.
3
Oof.
for these.
Yeah.
17 then.
So I'm actually at 17.
Wow. Okay.
And what are you on?
So I've got 3 here.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5,
4, 5.
10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
Oh, right, I thought I was way behind.
Okay.
Turns out I'm ahead.
Okay. All right then.
I'm gonna... Is it my go?
It is
It
your
is,
go.
isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to play some cards.
So
I'm
you're
going to
developing as well.
Play up to 2 cards. So one of them will be a maneuver upgrade because it's got a point. And then the other one I will play is one of your forts produces equal to its level.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Well, I might go
So 3 units in
here.
there.
Yeah, 4 in total
4 in total.
will be, because I get one with 4, so it'll be this one.
But you're only adding 3.
I'm adding
aren't you?
3.
You're adding
Yeah, but
3,
there's
yeah.
one already in there.
Yeah,
That's what.
okay, that's good.
So I'm getting rid of this card.
Oh, I can now add an area.
And then
5.
I've got to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm down to 8 again. That's alright. So I have finished. Oh, then draw a card.
Dream card cycling.
Then I draw a card. So I've got to get... No, so do I get to... Do I have to get rid of one now? Yeah.
But you do the dream card cycling first. If you want to cycle any dream cards.
Yes. I've got to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of both of them.
Okay, so they both go to the bottom of the deck. Have lots of units. Eliminate lots of shadows.
I might take that one.
Yeah.
Just to...
It's
Maybe.
replaced by devour at least 3 shadows in a single turn.
I might take that one.
Yeah. Okay. Paul, you get to conform or dissent.
Okay. Let's see what.
I am dissenting.
Okay.
And I've got to get rid of one.
I think I'm going.
That's
to,
amazing.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, I've got to get rid of
Yeah, I
one.
think I'm going
Yeah,
to.
I'm seeing new cards here for the first time.
Okay. So
I'll get rid of that one.
in the ritual,
Yeah.
my 3 followers in limbo would
Yes.
allow me to move one step,
space, either a grey or a blue.
either grey or blue.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is going to take me quite a way to get up to the extra. That's 3 points, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to use in that case, I'm going to use the conform,
Okay.
which is play a card, and I'm going to play.
Not an upgrade, yeah.
Yeah, not an upgrade. Remove up to 2 of your followers from limbo.
Yeah.
For each of them, you may add 1 level to an existing fort.
Yeah. That's the card I just saw in my hand and went, ooh.
Is it? Yeah. So I think that means I can upgrade each of those
You can.
by 1.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very nice.
Which gives me 2 points only.
Effectively,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. And I dissented, so I drew 2 cards. So that goes there. That goes there. End of turn stuff. Your go.
My go. In that case, now we'll try the summon. No, the ritual, rather. My first ritual. That's
You've not done a ritual before?
I've not done a ritual before, so.
Right, okay.
But I do have now a level 2 ritual card.
Oh, right. So what does that do?
Okay, so, first of all,
Gotta be good, sure.
climb 1 grey step on the ritual track.
Well, that's before or after you do the followers?
No.
No?
No, it's
Oh, right, okay.
climb 1 step on the ritual track.
Right.
Which one would you like to go at?
I think probably the one I've got.
Furthest ahead, or?
Furthest, yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, then spend your followers and units in limbo to climb. In limbo. Okay, to climb steps
Yep.
on the ritual track, which I can't do because I haven't got enough now. Correct.
Yeah. You've only got
So I've
one.
only got 1 left.
Yeah, you can't do the ones from Limbo, but you can
No.
do the ones on the board.
It says spend your followers and units in limbo to climb steps.
Oh.
Yeah. Followers on the board or units in Limbo.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
So
the shorthand
okay.
on the card
Okay,
is not quite
yeah,
right.
okay, I understand
Yeah.
that. Right, so I can, yeah, okay, that's
So
fine.
you need tree.
So I need a tree, which I don't have.
You don't have.
Oh no.
Or
Okay,
the,
don't worry. So I can do this one.
Yeah,
I can spend that one.
you can.
Back to my, that goes back
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to
And
do
again,
another
if you
one?
want-
And
Wanted
do
to.
another one.
Okay.
Then you
Okay.
need trees.
And then you're stuck.
Now I need trees, so I can't do any more for that. But I can then do the next day, which is climb 1 step, blue or grey, on the ritual track.
So one of them.
One of those up on the tree. That's it.
Oh, so you get one free
I
one
get one
before
free one at the beginning
and one free
and
one
one free
after.
one at the end.
Is basically
Oh.
one.
The one at
Nice.
the end gives a grey or a blue,
And the one at the
Yeah,
start is
yeah.
and the
only
one at
grey.
the start is only grey.
Okay, got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All done.
that's it.
I am dissenting. Oh, do you want to cycle your dream cards?
It has to be a descent, doesn't it? So draw a card.
That goes there. That goes there. Right, let's have a look at my dream cards because I'm sure I can do stuff here. I mean, I can't develop. Oh, yeah.
Put that one back.
I don't want to fortify. I kind of want to summon.
Woof! There's 4 points.
I need more forts.
Yeah, I've got 3 now.
Now you've got no units in here, but you do have 2 levels 4, which is 2 cards. No, which is 1 card.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot
Yeah,
all
if
about
I
that.
attack
Yeah.
you there, you only get to
I only
play
get
one
play
card.
one card. Right. Okay.
But still,
Okay.
you
So,
could play. You
summon.
could play a good card.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got some cards. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards.
Right, I'd love to be commanding a nightmare.
That sounds dreadful.
I don't think I want to do a ritual at this stage. I don't think I have enough pieces on the board, although I do get a free one. Right, I think I might do it. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, I can't. I can't. Not there. Ah. So I'm going to summon. It's not that great for me, actually.
Yeah. My shaper is in the wrong place.
Yeah. Okay. Each of your forts produces 3. Now I can have one area with 5 in. So I'll have that there, and I'll have 3 there. Okay. Your shaper produces 2 of your followers.
Ooh. Here we go.
It's super summon,
Whoa.
and then each marked area produces 1 shadow. So the marked area this turn is the crescent moon, which is there. Can't have one there, there, and there. And that's it. So I'm close to that as well. Oh, it's gone. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not playing any dream cards, and I am keeping the ones that I've got. So, Emily, you get to dissent. Paul, you can dissent or conform.
Descent on summon.
On summon, yeah.
Get to move 1.
Yeah, I'm going to conform.
And we are now on the
Yeah.
3rd cycle round.
1 fort.
So we are running out of time as well.
Oh, it's on summon, isn't it? Conform
Produces 2.
one who yes.
Right. I have an end of game plan. I think.
Okay. My go?
Yeah, you'll go.
It is.
Which action would you like to do?
I will. I can't.
You can't manoeuvre or develop.
Fortify.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of your units?
1, 2.
To build 2
To
levels?
build 2 levels.
Okay. It's another level 3 fortress.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes, that is it.
Dream card cycling and or playing?
I will get rid of that one.
Okay.
And is there anything?
Paul, do you want to do your... so for you, we're both dissenting, aren't we? Yeah. Dissenting on a fortify action.
Yeah.
I think it's just a top.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 followers from there. Well, the crescent moon, I need the crescent moons. I don't need the totems. I can do 1 from there. And I need those 2.
Okay.
But that one gets that. Okay, I'll do that one. Those 2 there. In order to
And remember, you can remove them from anywhere
build.
to build anywhere.
Yeah, to build a level of a fort. Let's put him on there.
Is that going to be a 3?
It's going to be a 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Cards that say you can use this card whenever you climb the ritual track.
It's when you're performing.
It's when
the
you're
ritual.
performing the ritual.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is it me?
Yeah. Whenever you climb the ritual track.
Yeah, you can use
that
those
card
cards
as
instead.
if it was a symbol. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it is you. Yeah.
Right.
We've not had much devouring recently. We had a
I'm
flurry of
trying-
it at the start.
I'm trying to work out how to get to devouring. I basically got to get 2 up on the track, haven't I, to do a devour? Because that's the only way you can command. Or no, some cards do
Or
it. Don't
some
they?
cards
Cards
say.
do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some cards do. So do you know what? I'm kind of inclined to. You can just go anywhere and just draw 2 cards. You said, didn't you?
Any action can be foregone to draw 2 cards.
All right.
Which I did, and I wasn't sure about it, but it was absolutely the right thing for me to
Yeah,
do at the time.
I'm thinking that I might. I think devour is a good thing to do for me.
I can put these cards
So
on.
in order to, I could try drawing devour. Or I could. That gives me more play. I'm gonna move. Yeah, if I go there, it means I can't do maneuver. It's conflicts, isn't it? Where have we got conflicts? Have we got conflicts? We've got 1 there.
There's a potential conflict here. There's
Yeah.
a potential conflict here.
Yeah.
And here.
And here.
And
So
here.
I would probably win there.
Here,
Yeah.
you are fighting with 3 fort levels and 3 followers.
Oh, there's a 3rd one there. I didn't know.
Yeah, hiding.
Yeah. Okay. I might do that. You know. I think I might do the conflicts.
So you're going to choose the maneuver
So I'm going to
action?
choose a maneuver action.
So you got how many points?
4 movement points.
4 movement points. Right.
Okay. And what I'll next do is summon. So I want to make sure that I get my dude out of the way. And he can go on here.
So that's
So
one.
that's 1. Don't need to do much more, do I? We haven't got any other units to move, really. Yeah. I think that's probably enough.
No more movement
No
points?
more movement
Okay,
points.
so then it is...
Then eliminate one unit in any area with your followers. Okay. Okay, give me that one, can't it?
Yep.
That's eliminate, goes
That's
over
gone.
there.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Perform a conversion in your shapers area.
Yeah, did you want to move it there?
I want to move it there. That's probably not the right place to move it, because I'm going to produce. I'm going to produce. Was here. I'm going to produce in a minute. Let's move it to here.
Okay, so you convert one of Emily's
Convert one of those.
followers to
All
one
right.
of yours,
Yep. That's it.
and then
Resolve three
conflicts. So where's the first conflict going to be?
Okay. First conflict here.
So it is
3.
potentially 4 cards.
4 cards.
So you could play up to 4 cards against one poor shadow, all on his own.
All on his own. Yeah, I think I'll just play that one there.
Right, with your foot, with a nightmare stood by, just watching, taking photos.
Is that one?
You just playing the one card?
Just playing one card because he's only got one.
Yeah.
He's only got one chap, hasn't
Yeah. So nothing.
he? Nothing and nothing.
Okay, but you win the fight.
I win the
And this
fight.
has to retreat.
Yeah.
You can send it here, here,
I'll send it
or
back,
here.
back that way.
Or it could go here.
No,
No, it can't go there.
no, go that way if you can. Yeah, please, thank you.
It can't go there.
So victory, devour one follower from the conflict area. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? He's moved. Victory, devour one follower from the conflict area
Well,
to
that's this.
climb.
Yourself.
One follower. Oh, my follower.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
One follower. Yeah. Okay. To climb one step on the
Grey or blue.
or blue. Okay. Well, I push
Which
it
one do you
forward.
want?
Yeah, I've put the forward
That
one.
one?
Yeah. Please. Thank you. Excellent. That's that one done. That's the first conflict. Second conflict. Let's do this one here.
Which is you again.
Me again. So I'm going to play
1 versus 1.
1v1. So I'm going to do. I need to do it to win it. In order to win, so I can now use that next turn. So I think I'm probably going to put those 2 in. Single combat on its own may not win the.
Correct, because it might
May
have a
not
shield.
win because it may have a shield. So I'm going to put both of those in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I win that. He goes. He does 1 damage. I have no shield, so
So
I
it's-
don't
so
win
everybody
it.
kills each other.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's interesting. So who wins the actual fight? So nobody's got a fort. Nobody's got control,
No.
which means the active player chooses who wins the fight.
Oh, I win the fight then.
So even though there is no units left in the fight, you are still classed as
the winner of the
the
fight.
winner of the fight.
Okay.
In an otherwise unbreakable tie, the active player chooses how the tie is broken. So you
Okay.
choose.
Well, I'll choose.
you
I'll
choose
choose
to
to win. So I'll lose that card. That goes back to
You
hand.
get
And you get
command 1 nightmare.
Command 1. Ah, that's perfect.
Is that what you wanted?
Yay!
nice.
Wow, that's good, isn't it? Right, let's now think about how we move these up. So 1, 2, and then devour one of mine.
Is it going to be floaty?
It's going to be floaty head.
So you can't quite do it together.
Can't I? Can't I go there, there, and there for one of mine?
You can't go there, there, and there.
It's
You've
not
got to
moved.
move 3.
I have to move 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3.
That would be
Would give
one
me-
shadow and then one.
1 shadow.
But you can't devour your own. This one has to devour enemies.
Okay. What was the one that moved up? I thought
Yeah, only if you devour enemies.
enemies.
Yeah, so you
Course,
could go
course,
there, there, and
enemies.
there, and devour me.
1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's do
So
that.
grey,
grey.
nothing, and blue.
Okay.
Move you a grey,
Gives me
and
a
then a
grey
blue.
and then a blue, which allows me to command the other chap,
yeah,
and the other chap moves.
or build a fort level.
Yeah.
Is your
Fort
only
level
one.
gives me another point.
Yeah,
Or I could drop more dudes on the board, which could then be devoured.
yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I'll drop more dudes, so I control the other chap, the other nightmare.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 at the moment.
Right,
Devoured.
and we'll go here.
Placing. Or
Placing.
devouring. Placing.
This is placing, not devouring. Is that right?
It
only
can
does
place or devour.
Oh, can it? Oh, okay. All right.
If you devour more than you place, you have to get rid of cards.
Correct.
You get rid of
You
cards.
have to lose
Yeah.
2 cards if you devour more
But
than
if
you
I place more than I devour,
you draw a card.
And you draw a card.
Okay, so that's place 2, and go 1 there, and devour that one. No,
That just benefits Emily.
it does just benefit Emily.
Okay.
That one there.
So you get to draw a card because you placed 2. And
Yep.
Right, now.
How many of those did I have?
So that movement was triggered from this.
that
That was
one.
triggered
Yes.
after you did that, which you did after the conflict. How many conflicts was that?
2.
You still got 1 conflict
One
left.
conflict to
wow.
go.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So now we'll go.
I think we're doing it right.
Okay. Let's have a conflict. Well, then there's that one there, please.
So it's 2 versus 1. You control the area, so you play your cards second, but Emily can only play 1 card. You could play 1 or 2.
You can only play 1
I
card.
can
Is
only
that right?
play 1 card. Yeah.
So this is happening here.
Okay, I'll just
You
do
can't
some
quite see it because this
basic
is
combat.
happening here. Okay, so Emily's played 1 attack and 2 defense. You've played 1 attack.
Yeah.
So Emily inflicts 1 damage.
Yep.
But here's the interesting. So that goes to limbo. Nobody controls the area because
Yeah,
you've
he's
got
got
1
4.
each.
Yeah.
So the active player decides who wins the tie.
Oh.
That'll be me then.
Okay, which
Yeah.
means that has to run away.
Yeah. So it can go here.
Nope, it's not adjacent. So you can go.
Oh no,
no
it's not.
connection.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's 4 there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm allowed to have
Oh, you
4
allowed
in
to have
1
4? Oh, okay.
area, so I can
Fine.
put it there.
Great.
There
Okay. Well, that was decent.
That was
going.
your 3 conflicts.
That was
Wow.
the 3 conflicts. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
So now
End of
cycling of
Cycling
dream
manoeuvre.
cards.
That was maneuver, wasn't it?
I get
Okay.
to dissent against.
Did
the
I lose a
manoeuvre.
battle against an opponent? No. Did I devour 3 shadows?
No.
No, it was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have devoured a 3rd.
I
You could have done it then. You
Could
could
have.
just But you wouldn't have been able to do the other one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So I'm dissenting against your manoeuvre, which is to draw a card. Emily, you can conform against
Conform.
manoeuvre if you wanted to.
Produce 1 in any area.
Oh,
Does that literally any area?
well, you choose an area, and that area
Choose
produces, which is not necessarily you.
I
it's whoever's
see.
in control of the area.
see.
That's how produce works.
I will.
Yeah, produce. When a unit is produced, it's whoever's in control of the area.
Do that one.
Yep, that produces 1. Okay, all done.
Mm-hmm.
What a turn.
Yeah.
Longest turn ever.
That probably was.
Was
Right, my go.
brilliant.
I had a plan. What was the plan? The plan was to develop. So I get to play 3 cards, 2 of which can be upgrades.
Yes.
Which is basically points.
Oh, yes.
It's all points.
Oh, yes, it's getting good now. I'm glad you did
Oh,
that.
did I want to do that, or did I want to
Oh,
manoeuvre?
no, you didn't want to. You wanted
No,
to,
I
you wanted
think
to develop.
I wanted to manoeuvre because of the cards that I've got in my hand. I want to manoeuvre.
Oh.
So I get 4 points. I mean, it's a basic manoeuvre. It's a
Okay.
really awful
Okay.
card, but it's 4 points. Now I need to look at these cards. So I need to do a battle there, which I'm going to win. So yeah, 4 movement points. Now I can have 1 area with 5 in it. So I can't move out of there. I can move out of here. Do I need to?
All right.
1,
2, 3. Need to be in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even even know if I want to move.
It's a shame.
'Cause I can't move out of here. Can't move out of here. Can't move out of here. This is the only one I can move. He could go wandering.
Yes.
Where do I need him to be for the ritual track? That's where I need him to be.
He's in the right place.
So I'm not going to do any movement, right?
You're
I've
just
got
gonna
4
take
movement
2
points.
cards. You just
No.
draw cards.
I'm going to do 3 conflicts.
Oh, conflicts, right.
So the first conflict I'm going to do is... Now, you've got some cards in hand, haven't you?
I do. I have 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, well, let's do it here.
Okay.
So you get to play 2 cards, and you're in control of the area.
Yeah.
So it's here where the battle's taking place, which means you play your card second. I can play up to 3 cards. And you're playing up to 2 cards.
Yep.
Wow. So I'm playing 1, 2. This is points I'm throwing away, this.
Remember, you're doing 3 conflicts.
Oh, yeah. 3. So
You mean business?
I've played
sir?
3 cards. Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Right, so I've got 4 attack and 5 defence.
My goodness.
So I do 4 attack, which
Oh, are
kills...
you taking out my tower?
Yeah, so that's gone.
Ah.
And all of that's gone.
Oh no.
Did you know that was going to happen?
No. I mean, you did tell me right at the beginning.
What could you have done differently?
Well,
had you known?
I can only protect one of them. So, but I want the card. So no, I wouldn't have played it.
So all of that goes.
Wow.
Basic combat goes
All
back to your
that
hand.
hard work.
But I've just spent
You spent more cards.
a huge amount of cards. Right, what have I just done? I have destroyed 1 or more opponent's fort levels. What have I done? I've just won a battle without losing a follower or a fort level. 6 points.
Nice.
And removed 2 of mine.
Boom. Right, that was my first conflict.
That was a hotly contested space.
I don't want to do any others. But let's do a conflict here. So it
Yeah.
is against me in the shadows.
You can play 4.
I can play 4 cards.
You're going to play just basic combat
I'm not bothered.
card.
So
the
nothing
brown
happens.
unit shot gets in limbo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that brown unit that I killed. Thank you, spotting it. But I win the fight because I have a fort. So that one has to retreat. Can't retreat.
Okay.
Oh no, it has presence there.
It's got presence.
So it can retreat there.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
What do I get for winning?
Okay, winning. Command 1 nightmare. And draw a card.
Well,
Devour, devour.
I wasn't planning that.
Devour.
It's going to be this one.
Yeah.
Is it going to be this one?
Is there a join? You can get 2 out of it, can't you? Because it needed to be in the next space, didn't it, really?
So I move to there.
Yeah, 1.
Don't do anything. I move to there and devour an
Oh.
enemy one,
Okay, yeah.
which moves me up on the blue space, which gives me 3 movement points.
Wow. This is good.
1.
You're looking for these totem things, aren't you? Next.
Yeah, they're miles away. Oh no, they're there.
No,
That's
this
fine.
is
That's fine.
That's the skull.
This is the skull.
Yeah,
thing.
that's fine. No, because that's 1. So that's 1, 2,
Yeah.
and then I go into there, devour a shadow to move to there,
Oh, because it's pink. Because it's grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
and then draw a card. And that was the winner of the second conflict. And then the third conflict is his here,
Okay.
which is me with 3 plus the 4 against that 2. So I could play
You can play 4 cards.
4 cards.
Got your basic combat back.
I'll take my basic combat card back, shall
Good. Yeah, good.
I? I'm not bothered.
How many? 2?
2.
Okay. Shield and 2.
So the
attacks.
shield protects me against that. It does 2 damage, which kills those 2, which go to limbo.
Right.
which is perfect.
Okay, and you win because you still got...
And I won, so these two have to go, and there's nowhere they can go, so they disappear.
Right.
Wow. And what do I
Victory.
get for winning?
One of your forts produces 1, and you command a nightmare.
Right, so one of my forts produces 1, and I now command this nightmare,
Yep, because you've used the other one.
which I can use to...
Is it dropping?
It is... Oh!
You must... This is move it exactly 3. You must devour 1 unit or place one of your followers per area. You move on. If you devoured more. Yeah.
So, I think I'm going to place...
Oh, you can have 4 as well, can you?
I can have 1 area with 5.
Oh.
Then I'm going to place... And then I'm going to devour. Which means I get a card. Right. Wow. So that's 3 conflicts.
That's a big
but
turn.
winning those conflicts got me to...
Well, 7 points on the track.
do that. That was big. Right. That was a big turn.
Yeah, because you took 6 points. You took
I played 2 dream
2
cards.
off of me, and you went up to 7 points on the
Yeah.
on the track.
Yeah, that was quite big. So I'm going to take that one and get replaced. I haven't got that one, but I possibly could get that one. And just take one off the top of the deck. Right, so you two get to conform or dissent.
I will conform.
Oh, nightmares are not allowed to double back. Okay, thank you.
Can't
Didn't
do-
realise
right,
that.
Okay.
What did we do something wrong there? I think we possibly did.
I think
Possibly.
I think mine went
Okay.
backwards.
Let's
I think.
Useful
just
to
do
know.
it from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know whether that's in the rules. If it's not in the rules, it will be in the final rules, but I didn't see it in the rules anywhere.
Okay. Produce a total of 2 in areas under your control. I only got so yes, that's manoeuvre, isn't it? So I'm conforming.
manoeuvre.
I can conform.
You can
or-
conform.
I need to do that. So I produce 2 in areas under your control. I've only got those 2 areas now. Oh, I've got control here.
There's 19 devoured units, just so you know.
2 more then.
Wow.
There and there.
And Emily,
And
you
I get
already...
to pick a card.
There we go. Okay.
Thank
now it's
you.
your go. So if 2 units get devoured on this cycle round, that's it.
Done,
Game
right.
ends.
Okay.
But if the game ends through to devoured units, we all get the same number of turns.
Right.
And Emily started, so I will finish.
I am playing cards.
You're developing.
I am developing. I am playing this one. Climb 1's grey step on the track.
Yep.
Then you may discard 2 cards to climb another step on the track,
Ah, right, yeah.
which I will do. That's 2 cards.
So the last nightmare should have moved from the tree space to the crescent moon area.
You said it came back to the animal skull area. That's this one. Where did it
Oh,
go?
okay. So if I do that instead, we fixed it.
Is that right?
Yep,
Okay.
got it.
And I get to go
It
up
went
one
there,
more
there. Yeah.
on the ritual track.
Okay.
What's that one again?
Move your shaper and do a conversion.
Okay. Move my shaper. And convert.
Okay.
Cycling of dream cards.
Oh, I'd like to give that one back, please. And 1 from the top. Thank you.
Right. So you get to conform or dissent.
Well, do you know what? I want to do a develop next. I can't do a develop next. So I will need to hold on to those. I can't play that, so I'll take a card.
So I'm going to play a card, not an upgrade.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
That, yeah. I didn't read what that was, but it's because I was going to play this card next. But I need to do but I do have. I can conform to play a card, not an upgrade. The card I was going to play is this, which is devour 1 unit to command a nightmare.
Who's getting devoured?
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You've pretty much
I've pretty got that, haven't I?
Unless there's a lot more devouring, which there might be.
Might be. I want to devour. Doesn't really matter, really. It's just a unit.
Yeah.
So doesn't really matter. I'll take one of mine.
Okay.
That's good.
To command a nightmare.
Okay.
Who's going to get commanded?
And this guy.
Okay. Where's he going?
He's going to go there for 1.
Yeah.
Up, which is
Great.
there.
Yeah. Nom.
Nom.
End of the game's triggered.
Into there
Nom.
for another 1. Do I get to go? I do get to go, don't I? I still get to go.
We finished, so we've
but
each
I
had the
can't
same
do
number of
develop.
turns.
Well, I can't do develop. Okay.
And then where's it going to go for the third one?
Just put it here.
Okay.
It's the only place I can do.
Tries to nom.
Tries to
Nothing,
nom,
nothing
but
there.
nothing to eat.
Nothing there.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we've got the bot appearing again. I will try and block it. I can remove the messages and I can block it and stuff like that, but apologies for it showing up on screen.
So that's it then?
Not had any of those for a long time. Oh, we've received your report. Yes, jolly good.
Okay.
So, whose go was
So
this?
that's it?
This was your go.
Oh,
That was your conforming.
That was my conforming.
Now it's my conforming. Yeah. So I think I want to do something similar.
Play a card.
Yeah, I think I do. Bearing in mind, I am going to get a turn. Okay, so yeah, I am going to devour 1 unit to command 1 nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the unit that I'm devouring is going to be one of my own.
Yeah, because you need to get 3rd place, don't you?
And I'm then going to go nom grey, and then
So it's got to go this way.
he's got to go that way, but it does, but I don't. Oh no, I do advance there. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of devoured shadows. Lots and lots of devoured shadows. Right. We both conformed to Emily's go.
Yeah.
Any cycling of dream cards or anything, playing of dream cards or anything? I think you're done.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, your last action.
Okay. Well, it's a real shame that I can't do a deploy. I can't do a develop because I've got one that would push me up just to then control the guy again. It's so much fun. Okay, so in that case, I will perform a ritual.
Yep.
And this is my second ritual. So, first of all, climb 1 grey step on the ritual track.
Yep.
Yep. Then spend followers and units to climb.
So you've
grey
got 3 in
blue.
limbo. Whenever you want to spend those 3 in limbo to move up either a grey or a blue step.
Okay, well, I've got 3. Okay, so let's have 3 from
You
limbo.
want to do that now?
Yeah, because that can push me up
Goes
to
there.
a blue.
Yep.
That one.
That blue or this blue? Because that's the one with the nightmare.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Then I can go up. That's going to give me movements. Okay, how many dudes? I can get rid of my dudes on the board to go up by. Is that right? I can use my guys, and that goes up by. Is that blue?
You need
It's
a
a blue
tombstone
space.
as well.
Unless you want to go to
I
here.
haven't got a tombstone, have I?
But the only point of doing this, unless you've got want any abilities, is to get points.
Yeah, I was
Your
going to
next
try and
point
boost
break is
up there. So I need
Or
to.
there. But you've not got any tombstones, I should say. In fact, you've only got those 2.
Okay, so what I'll do then is. Yeah, I've only got those 2. That is only 2. So I can't push that one up.
No.
I can with this, but I don't get any more because the last step gives me a blue step.
Thank you for clearing the bot, Jack.
What does the next blue up give me? Paul?
Fort level.
This
Fort
one.
level.
Oh, that's the
That's
shaper and a
move
conversion.
and convert.
That is a fort level, which will get you 1 extra point.
Yeah, so I can't get the point. So, okay, so we stop there then, I think. And then I get my climb 1 blue,
This
Yeah.
one.
that one.
And you can command a nightmare
Or
Or take a fort.
take-
or
a
take a
fort.
fort level.
Okay, so commanding a nightmare isn't going to score me anything. I don't think. No, it's not.
probably not.
So I'll have a fort level on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Okay. Dream cards.
Didn't devour 3 shadows. Didn't lose a battle.
There's not that many shadows on the board now.
No.
So
Okay.
we both get to descent on a ritual, which for me is drawing a card.
Yeah, me too.
It is for you. Right, and you're all done?
Yep.
So my final action in the game,
Dun, dun, dun.
we've played a lot fewer
Yeah.
dream cards.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if anybody who's really good at the game watches this video back and thinks, we
Say-
should be playing like
we should-
10 of these.
Yeah.
Probably.
Played like 3. Well, I think I need to perform a ritual as well, because that's going to get me the most points.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So I'm going to perform a ritual. Right, now, I'm still on the basic ritual. But my first one is, climb a white or blue before I start.
Very nice. That's commander.
So that is to command
A chap.
a chap thing. Which is going to be, I think I might. I'm trying to get equal to you, but I'm not
Which is
sure I
3
can.
more.
I'm not sure I can.
Can you devour 3?
I can no, just because of the placement of this. I can devour 2,
Yeah, I can do 2.
so and he can't go back on himself.
Yeah.
But if I do this one, yeah, this is not quite in the right position. I needed there to be a shadow here. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to go. Yeah, this isn't going to change anything, I don't think.
Don't think it is, no.
Oh, no, it might. Because if I end up devouring one of Emily's,
Yeah.
then it's going to put you equal with me.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, do you?
It's not going to make much difference. I'm trying to get to here, but I think I'll get to here anyway. So yeah, we're just going to put this on, and we're just going to go drop, drop, and drop.
Okay.
So there, and there, which gets me to draw a card. Right, so that was my free movement. Now I can spend followers to move up. So I want to spend that one and that one to move to there.
Nice.
Then I want to spend that one and that one to move to there,
Yeah.
which gets me 2 followers.
Anywhere?
Ah,
Where you
where'd you
control.
put them?
Where you control.
I think where I
guess.
control.
Yeah.
So there,
And there.
and
You need one on each.
I think
you
I've
need
got
one on
this.
each.
I've
don't you?
got this
I think
anyway.
you've got it.
Yeah, I think I've got it. Because now I
Have you
spend
got a
one
crescent
on
moon?
there, one on there, one on there, and one on there to move to there.
Yeah.
And these 3 in limbo to get to there.
Whoa! Well done.
Right? I mean,
Wow.
I can still
Then you
still
can
carry
keep
on
going
going
with
with
that
that.
one.
Stop now.
If I really wanted to, I could do all of that. But I climbed at least 2 blue steps on the ritual track in a single turn.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, nice.
Happy with that? Okay.
I should think so.
Yeah. So I get to cycle my cards, but I don't think I can do any of those
On this turn.
on this turn. So no. Right. You 2 both get to follow. So Emily, you get to descent.
So descent, which is
Paul,
just
you
draw
get
a
to
card.
conform. And then the game is over.
Okay, so conform. I can devour 1 unit to climb 1 grey step.
This one,
Yes,
I take
please.
it.
You'll get your points.
And do that. And
You have
then
to destroy a unit, do you?
you devour a unit.
Devour a unit. Right, before you devour a unit, I'm just going to check the end game scoring because you might be able to take a point off me here.
Oh,
Okay, because at the moment, you're getting 5, I'm getting 3, Emily's getting 2.
yeah.
Okay, so if at the end of the game, 2 players tie for the most, what you do is you add up. Let me just check. Divide them equally between the tied players. So it's a very minor thing, but if you were to devour one of Emily's, we tie, which means we'd get 2 points each. So instead of me getting 3 and Emily getting 2, we'd both get 2. So by devouring a green,
I see. By devouring a green, making
you
that
take
same.
a point off me. So
Well done, Emily. We're on the same side of the table. we got to keep these guys down.
right, are we done? Yes. So we'll do scoring starting with Emily, who started the game first. First of all, ritual track. You have achieved here the ritual track, so you get 5 points. Okay. Next, forts. So 6, 7. Let's put this preset on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're on 11 points so far. Devoured units was 2, so that's 13. Upgrades. Just the one? So that's 14. And any upgrades that you covered over that were worth points?
No.
They are still worth points as well. So 14. And then your dreams. How many points of dreams have you got?
6.
6. So 20 points. Pull.
Okay.
Ritual track.
One
Eight.
above it. 8. Yeah.
Okay, 8 for the ritual track. Forts. 9, 10, 11, 12. Devoured units. 5. That's 17. Upgrades. 18.
Yeah.
And then dream
That's
cards.
3.
So 21.
21.
So 20, 21. Right, me on the ritual track. 13 plus 1, so I got 14. Forts, I got 15, 16. Devoured units, 17, 18. Upgrades, 19, 20, 21. But then I have my dreams. And I got a lot from
got a
dreams.
You got lots.
25, 28, 31, 34, 35, 36.
Wow.
There you go. 20 points, 21 points, 36 points. The dreams
is what made it.
did it.
That's
So
what made
this was a full 3-player game where we'd kind of had a bit of a practice early on, but this was really our first proper game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would do differently if I played it next time is I would focus more
Concentrate
on the dreams. The
Yep.
dreams are where you're going to get a lot of points.
Yes.
I think all of us spend a lot of time just doing stuff,
Yeah.
which necessarily might not have improved our board position.
I did some
I was aiming for the
upgrading.
dreams.
I was aiming for the dreams, but
But I think I focused too much on those dreams because
Right.
I was getting 1 or 2 points.
okay.
And actually, I'd spent, 2, 3 goes just getting
Just to get
those.
those
Yeah.
points.
And maybe that wasn't worthwhile. But
Right.
then, what else are you supposed to do? Because
Cycle
necessarily
through
you're
them.
not.
I think cycling through them. If you don't have anything, you're going to get in maybe 1 or 2 turns.
I think it says that in the rulebook. It says if
Maybe.
you've got
Go for it.
dreams and you're not going to do it in a couple of turns,
Yeah.
But then
cycle
you
them
would
out.
never do the
But you-
fort ones
Yeah.
because those take time.
Well, unless you get them once you've got the forts.
But the problem is that a lot of the fort ones I saw are very specific in that they have to be next to the cathedral,
Yeah.
level 3s next to the cathedral, or not next to yourself.
Yep.
So you need to plan that in
Yeah.
advance.
The designer has just reminded me, and this was a question that I had asked him on Tuesday,
Okay.
and he did answer, so sorry for that. But followers in limbo can only be used to advance blue and grey.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, so I did
Oh,
cheat.
not red. Oh, okay.
Not red, but I
Okay.
did have enough.
You had enough. yeah.
There. I think I had enough.
I suspect so.
Maybe I didn't have enough.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I didn't have enough, so maybe I didn't get the 13 points. I'm 4 points down. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for just correcting me on that. The card does, again, this is still a prototype. The card at the moment kind of infers that you can use ones in limbo for red,
Yep.
but you can't. I've
Okay.
had it. I've
Fair
had it
enough.
confirmed. So yeah,
Yep.
thank you for that. Yeah, the one that I had on tombstones, I possibly could have done it.
Yeah,
if I'd have-
mine says it's
yeah.
red as
Yeah.
well.
Anyway, we are all done. So yes, longer than the advertised time, but as I say,
Yeah.
we were kind of learning it as we went. This is our first full game of it. We were explaining how it went, so please don't view the playtime as how long a game would be. Realistically, I think the box says 60 minutes. I think it's probably closer to 60 to 90, unless you really
I think
know
it
what you're doing.
varies so much because on one player's turn, you could end up being triggered
Lots of things.
lots of things,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it's very simple.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
Very
it. There are
interesting.
some turns which are fairly simple.
yeah.
And then you have other turns where you're doing, right, I'm doing 3 conflicts.
Yes.
One of those conflicts allows me to command a nightmare. Oh, and that commanding that
Triggers,
nightmare then allows me
yes.
to trigger
Yes.
commanding another nightmare. And there's lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's good.
There's lots of stuff going on. Anyway, we are all done. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, obviously give the video a like and leave me a comment. If you've got any questions about the game, it will be going on GameFound, I believe, next week. So obviously, if you're interested in the campaign, check that out. I just hope that this playthrough gave you an idea of how the game plays. Bearing in mind, this is a prototype. So what you've seen here, both physical components and the rules of the game, are potentially not final. Thank you very much to Board and Dice for asking me to create this video, and thank you to the designer for being in the chat and helping out with the couple of bits that we got wrong. I hopefully meant that the playthrough was pretty much as it should have been. And as mentioned at the start, a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for helping fund the channel. If you like the content that I create and you want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. But for now, thank you very much to you two for joining me.
Thank
you.
you. It was
And
really good.
We will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.